mornings just got a whole lot smarter. Welcome to the boardroom, live on 102.1 FM WCRM every Saturday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Join Nana Kwabena Ajimai, aka DJ Ajingo from Sky FM, as he brings you the latest insights and expert advice on business, finance, and entrepreneurship. From market trends to innovative ideas, the boardroom is the perfect place to start your weekend. Get the latest news on political, economic, and social issues from Ghana, Africa, the USA, and across the globe. So, grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and get ready to elevate your game. The boardroom, Saturday 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on 102.1 FM WCRM, Columbus, Ohio, USA. Don't miss it. Yes, do not miss it. Listen to the boardroom live on 102.1 FM WCRM, Columbus, Ohio. This and every Saturday from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. with Nana Kwabena Ajimai, aka DJ Ajingo, to discuss more on the newspaper review, politics, economic, and social issues from Ghana, Africa, the USA, and across the globe. So get your seats and sit down, relax, and get more information about the world. Do not miss this episode. Yes, do not miss it.
Honorable Kennedy Japan. I hear Chapia, Shana no Chichi Yenti, and Nuntina here say Bepper some trouble. Now, so Yati a boy in Semlibiano. I'm a Matias, the woman who said, I hear Chairman wound to me, and I didn't follow the Casayan. It's him Upono, and it said, Opese, Ugu, Honorable Kennedy Japan, and Masti, not saying you, my dear Woody, and now, or promote to a vice president. Now, Munti press conference, or no vice president office. Obra, press conference, no, yet the party needing him. Now, the party, any officer, Chairman, won't be making train. The party is officer, didn't party office won't be called. Now, I was a vice president, campaign office. Not just a vice president, Hashman. Now, all Casano, or Casabi here, or see, or market the Japan once the next time be overcome once in the army. But me actually, yes, you ever can and trim there in Mika. So, honorable Canada Japan. And Canada Japan can say, would to me a small boy. The Islamic candidate, as a Mr. Academy, as an Abbas, you say, to me, you are a small boy. Now, yeah, there was a crop, not watching any already busy. You're near the Yabama Ubia, the candidate, and what you from was from party, no? Your customer was from party. What now, Parliament 23 years? Yes. If you or when a new say, want to mean the candidate of Naka, you will be a China. And they want to mean a China. If you say a TMP party, it is a party chairman, be our boss sitting MP as soon. This is the chairman want to me. Then Naka Collins, or born to Trump, as on the street of Kumasi will be a channel. Yes. Also, Batobi. As a regional chairman, or you be a papa, or be a people, or be a papa. And the about to me up prayer. Nimu, you got about poetry. Party Namu, you got about poetry. So, boom, one, about poetry. And today, one majority leader of parliament are constituted to observe to campaign managers. And I'm constituency by constituency. I have a codman. And so party in Wunya. Party in Kavi. And no, and not the Japan, I come ask them.
The MPP is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow. Why? Why? Who really got what do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Now we're intimidating and control. I will put my life on the line and defend it.
In line with our constitution, particularly reference to Article 13.3.2, and I'll read. The vice presidential candidate shall be a known and active member of at least 5 years and shall be nominated by a presidential candidate at least 12 months before general elections, when the party is not in government or the president is not the candidate. The National Council may, however, dispense with this requirement under special circumstances. From interpretation of this article, it presupposes that today should have been the day that our leader of the party and our presidential candidate should have is not the candidate. The National Council may, however, dispense with this requirement under special circumstances. From interpretation of this article, it presupposes that today should have been the day that our leader of the party and our presidential candidate should have presented his running mate to National Council. But however, upon request from the presidential candidate, that because his elections was done on the 4th of November 2023, he needs a bit of time to continue with his consultation before he brings the proposed name for running mate to National Council. And this was unanimously agreed by the National Council. In line with our constitution, particularly reference to Article 13, in line with
and the honey and family, body and 19, then we have to go behind the curtain. You see, it is a movie, I say, I dare not age my body so from Mukasai. He said, China almost a pick forms. But who said, I may send a PA, a bay, tea, ama, and to say. And on your day, a marshal could deal, a copen could deal. Mammy Sisu will say, be a piano, and fantasy party. Any doctor will move yet between the Yaman and from which Yenny Mate. Yenesa, and I would say. Let me show you. I've done my best, but I still have one more task to do, and that is all my strength, all my energy to help the new flag bearer, to help Mama Baumia win the election of 2024. Ghana cannot afford the return of the NDC, especially under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama. So let's all pull together. We have to go and campaign. Let's nearby easy my head. That's so they were receiving the Bakuya way. I could go to the so you walk. The Gakupo been paying quite a way. And we will be here so by Yafa on 27th January, 7th December 2024. I don't pay. I'm saying about what you said. When I was campaigning to become national chairman last year, I made a very emphatic, irrevocable promise, and it was that you make me the national chairman, I will give you a president in 2023. And it starts with the introduction of our duly elected flag bearer tonight. Having delivered on your bargain by giving me the flag bearer in the person of His Excellency Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia, I'm reiterating my promise to you, distinguished delegates, that I'm going to produce a president for you in December. Election 2020, we made significant inroads into the north, taking the majority of seats. Actually, we have equal seats in the whole northern region. We also saw increased support throughout the Zongos in the country. In the Volta region,
we continued to grow our numbers. It has been a remarkable but difficult journey of preaching the inclusive nature of the New Patriotic Party to those who have always viewed our great party with suspicion. The doubt regarding the inclusive character of the MPP dominated the discussion when I took the bold decision on 16th of June this year to file my nomination papers at the MPP headquarters to contest to be elected as the presidential candidate of the party. They've clearly misconstrued the party's conservatism to mean tribalism or regionalism.
If you want to get wealth without working for it at all, join African politics. That is the truth everywhere in Africa except for very few places. The only place that stands out now in that regard is Tanzania with President John Pombe Magufuli. The rest in Africa, I do not know. Excuse me, I'm a visitor. They hunt and gather buildings and cars and money. And that is why African leadership does not attract our best men and women. And African electorate also responds to money. I do not know whether it happens here in Africa, in Ghana. The African electorate also expects to be bribed.
Ghana was born the same year we were born, in 1957. Ghana and South Korea had their independence dates on the same day, the same year. But look where South Korea is. South Korea is by nature not a Christian nation. South Korea by nature are Buddhists. China, which is the next large world economy, they have stated that in the next 10 years, 20% of the Chinese people will be multimillionaires. That means almost 450 million Chinese will be millionaires. They are not Christians, they are Buddhists. The Japanese are Shintoists. Those in Indonesia and Malaysia are Muslims. It's not about praising God and hallelujah and a great thank you, Jesus. It's about possessing an understanding as to how things work.
In our collective successes, and share responsibility for our setbacks, if any. And at the time of reckoning, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I will not, in the advancement of self-serving ambition, declare to the whole world that I was only the driver's mate. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before I go on to other important matters, please let me state my understanding of where we are as a country, as a nation, and the implications of what lay ahead. The election ahead is not so much about Ghana making history, although that is important. It is not so much about returning a competent president back to power. It is not even about producing the first woman vice president. Historical and exciting though these are, it is not only about bringing the NDC back to power, although that is indispensable in our current circumstances. The elections ahead and winning them is about winning elections for a purpose. The purpose goes beyond those enumerated above.
Mahama and Northern. Assuming he wins, we're Northern. Ayanaga, Northern. Ubenya, other Northerners. Into the face of Ghana politics, Northerners and Guam. Hey, Assembly, Assembly, media no be to Ghana because the tribal politics they are playing in the north. MPP for many years, they draw attention. Assuming the vice president becomes the flag bearer, are you saying that Northerners and Guam of unfairness is this in the party? Northerners go out there to say, Ma Masia Ma Yamtuaba. I can force you to make Kasa, Ma Pakania Ma Yamtuaba. Near no bitch near winning. What is wrong with that count? Intimia Kenya, a taboo. We are Ghanaians. Are we not Ghanaians? Can we want pain for the Mahama say? Man first ceremony ma. MPP dia use one ya dompo. And unti omo wudi ba omi nyina ji se na Mahama ka yenti omo di nachi. Look at the economy of this country. Look at the economy of this country. Our economic management team here and make a decision. And don't listen to Mahama. And desire is hey, make you want to baby. Please. Now why you're not Tio? Why you're not none track record a good. I don't have a problem. Say power message be na vice president. Please. Also pursue winning answer on Yama. But of he talks about digital. And economy now talking about it, you go and talk about digital. NDC is waiting for us. Who comes so you are giving NDC ammunition. NDC for Monte Ghana. What would you hear gospel? Would you need cash here? Please.
Honorable Kennedy Ohene Japan and Yanino Ashitrin Conway.
The same people. Someone come here into media can move his president didn't even mechanical. Does it make sense to you? So also gold, would you cut oil? Gold for oil. Why don't you sell your gold, make the money and go and buy the oil and go through a middleman? Me man go school. But economics is gumitri mukeke. Man go school. Simple things that we can do. And I'm surprised. You see, we have the men. We are hailing this. We are hailing gold for oil. Jesus Christ. We need to move. Move.
So when you go for the somewhere, and I want the MPs need be some our parliament here. Jenny and Crawford, a cosa like to a body man. Now I'm more vote no a matter to you, and therefore you have to come back and give them effective representation. Very important. No, Jenny party no so a server was a vehicle at the coin. Jenny party no so. MPP and I just often need the money. So issues are many problem. Obiawo issues at no years. Sabi Yaba Mono, you know one in the bonnet. You were a deputy majority leader. At the same time, now sounds so yeah. Minister of State in charge of procurement. No crapos, I can say me not the man. Yakotwaba, Warren, Oranians, and Sans Wanya bro, and penny for our man more money a kufado at Nasa for man on watching for a cabinet. What's our account? And the debate pan, I say, I buy in them before. Yanya Wadwa. I told you no man, I'm not in the party no Wadwa. I told you no Crawford tomorrow Wadwa. I am very, very necessary. I'm doing one. Now, me do your P. I don't know, but continue to be your MP. Never Bowman Crawford tomorrow. Now, I bet now TikTok no money idea now would be a sell to jump for Bakutia no money idea. I do, and yet I do no more person one. I do
because you can't beat Mahama. Now see me and Kase, my Kase, we lost the election in 2020. Catch roll straight. So I don't know a man making it straight and then me making it straight. I was referring to Bawumia. Because Bawumia and the catcher say, if your fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate will expose you. I mean, Makasa, me winia. I can easily defend it because me policies am there, but President Kufuor free SHS will be maintained. One district, one factory will be maintained. But others, messism. But the economy itself, come on, guys, me can't Ghana for any party for a bit my stereotype. They don't want to listen. Media culture. Nessa we a delegate na obi ebe convince wa na wo am gas antro obanyini na wo se maminka na emra mimi sika ehye no obi ka jam se me MPP ni tie nyimi sika nto nchen en na sika no se mimi dia hia am I the only businessman ni sika ahye na no me ka se wie pe na aboso kanfo e ka se adenti no wa moyedin e nyina ye buafu a ye twen so de ba omi aba se ne be si ato atia no. Because the man went out there. When your fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate will expose you. Has it changed? If $1 to 4 cedis, what's the fundamentals are weak? And $4 to 12 cedis, what's the fundamentals near weak?
The advantage going for me is I've seen more demonstrations and strikes in my first 2 years. I don't think it can get worse in the second 2 years. And it is said that when you kill the goat and you frighten it with a knife, it doesn't fear the knife because it's dead already. So I have the dead goat syndrome.
Mr. Speaker, the World Bank has ranked Ghana first with the highest food price increases between January and October this year. Inflation rate of 122% in sub-Saharan Africa. Mr. Speaker, I was of the view that the budget was going to put in place mechanisms to bring down food prices, to alleviate the plight of Ghanaians. Unfortunately, the introduction of the 23 new taxes will further increase the price of food in our country. And so, Mr. Speaker, reading through the budget for 2023 and comparing the content with that of 2022, I came into a simple conclusion that in 2022, the government and Nana Akufo-Addo chastised Ghanaians with whips. But in 2023, he is going to chastise Ghanaians with scorpions.
The threats, me, they don't frighten me. Okay. It's, yeah, somebody votes for you, somebody supports you, it's because they want you to do things for them. So I understand that. There's no need for people to go to my say. I don't want to watch them. Of course, mayor. About to decide is over to a man this year. I watch them. I don't know me myself. Obi and so and for in teams. Akra. Atokujo. No, yeah, MP or the man be a minister. Or a deputy minister. They need to say when you say and Namsons or also the shall say BB, Amamo, a Kufi. Uncle actually election for by a year in free hall. Then you now can't be like a crammy to Akasemi, Miss Me, Manika Crass of Films. Mancano cry, but yes, also Mobile, Matilda Mokan in the area.
On 24 July 2023,
the
office placed Ms. Dapa under arrest on charges of corruption and corruption-related offenses. The office subsequently conducted searches in 3 residential properties associated with Ms. Dapa and Mr. Osei-Kuffour at Cantonments, Abelenkpe, and Tesano in Accra. The searches, which were carried out over a period of 2 weeks, led to the discovery of the cash sums of $590,000 United States dollars and 2,730,000 cedis. Ms. Dapa and Mr. Osei-Kuffour could not readily provide a reasonable explanation as to the sources of the cash sums. Authorized officers of the office seized the discovered cash sums on reasonable grounds that they were suspected tainted property, in accordance with Section 32(1) of the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017, Act 959, as it was necessary to exercise the power of seizure to prevent concealment of the cash sums. The Special Prosecutor, considering it necessary to facilitate the investigations, issued a freezing order against the bank accounts and investments of Ms. Dapa, domiciled at Prudential Bank Limited and Societe Generale Ghana. Upon the refusal by the High Court to confirm the freezing and seizure orders in August 2023, the office re-seized the cash sums and refroze the bank accounts and investments and applied to the court again for confirmation. In FT 0074-2023, the special prosecutor Abena Dapa and Daniel Osei. The office placed Ms. Dapa under arrest on charges of corruption and corruption-related offenses. The office placed Ms. Dapa under arrest on charges of corruption and corruption-related offenses. The office subsequently conducted searches in 3 residential properties associated with Ms. Dapa and Mr. Osei-Kuffour at Cantonments, Abelenkpe, and Tesano in Accra. The searches, which were carried out over a period of 2 weeks, led to the discovery of the cash sums of $590,000 United States dollars and 2,730,000 cedis. Ms. Dapa and Mr. Osei-Kuffour could not readily provide a reasonable explanation as to the sources of the cash sums. Authorized officers of the office seized the discovered cash sums on reasonable grounds that they were suspected tainted property, in accordance with Section 32(1) of the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017, Act 959, as it was necessary to exercise the power of seizure to prevent concealment of the cash sums. The special prosecutor, considering it necessary to facilitate the investigations, issued a freezing order against the bank accounts and investments of Ms. Dapa, domiciled at Prudential Bank Limited and Societe Generale Ghana. Upon the refusal by the High Court to confirm the
party talks about we have a man, we have a man, we have a man. If you have a man without unity, you don't have the mind. Listen, because if the men are there and they are not united, they will not give you their brains. The party will suffer and the nation will suffer. They will sit down and watch. They want someone to fail for them to take the baton. But you don't want to. Let me tell you, if the group fail, if the nation fail, you have failed. Maybe you called a wrong person to speak today. The Greek word for division is not what we are saying. The Greek word for division is not party, it's not groupings. It's the Greek word is you tear apart. If the party in power is not united, the country will suffer.
Over 32 years. NDC, any MPP Babam, dear Esa Magana Koyanimo. If you are son, one much I am not Koyanima and Kagani any problem. Because I Obi was in the fear, is your grand from the top of Muda, and near Nusa Dumso, Yasiano, and so Aqua, Abba, Yakwa, Naba, say, we are Juma, Wakachiano Asudi, oh, Asudi, Amokana Transit. Wakachi Asudi, I know Wakachi.
And I want to assure you, in 2024, the showdown is the showdown. I want to say thank you to the team for working hard, our wife for the support she gave me, and the party faithful who believe in me and voted for me. I say a big thank you to you, and I'll never forget you. So let's come together and success will be happy. Indeed, it's a great day today. I believe the party has been fair and transparent, always been preaching. And I must admit, election is fair, and my grassroots have spoken. Therefore, I accept the result in good faith and my support that we're going to work tirelessly to break the age. Now we are here. We shall put everything behind us and let's unite this party. For unity, I believe we can break the age, and that is all I've been preaching for. So I congratulate the Elections Committee, the Police Department, the Electoral Commission, and the party members.
Despite the sacrifice I made to unite the party, as referred to above, there were very serious post-primary attacks on my supporters all over the country and an open show of hostility. Some of my supporters were victims of brutalities and continue to bear the scars of that treatment. I made several representations to the then leadership of the party, drawing their attention to the rancorous and divisive behavior of some elements in the party. Regrettably, however, my representations went unheeded. As a consequence, I gave notice of my decision to resign from the party in protest against the blatant alienation of my supporters, orchestrated by elements aligned to the leadership of the party at that time. The protests and reactions from the rank and file of the party at that time from all over the country compelled the then chairman of the party to constitute a reconciliation committee chaired by the then immediate past chairman of the party,
Ambassador Samuel Odoyi-Sykes. The committee upheld all my submissions and prevailed upon me to rescind my decision to resign, which I did, with a firm promise to address all the contentious issues I've raised in my notice of resignation. Unfortunately, however, all the promises made by the party leadership were never fulfilled, and indeed, the divisive and hostile attack on my person and my supporters remained for several years thereafter and have continued to date. It is common knowledge that any party member who is associated directly or indirectly with Alan Shamatin is treated with disdain and considered an outcast. On the 26th of August this year, I participated in the Super Delegates Conference to shortlist the 10 aspirants who had filed their nominations to contest in the primaries. I was selected as one of the 5 candidates to contest for the May presidential primaries scheduled for the 4th of November 2023. Fellow countrymen and women, after carefully analyzing the results of the Superdelegates Conference, I issued a press statement on the 6th of September this year, declaring my intention to exit the process leading to the presidential primaries. In the run-up to the Superdelegates Conference, the National Council of the party made some of the most controversial and contentious decisions in the history of our party. They rejected a petition signed by 9 out of the 10 aspirants requesting for the Superdelegates Conference to be held in one location, as well as to allow each delegate at the conference to nominate 5 persons instead of 1, in line with the provisions of our party's constitution. In my humble and considered opinion, the decisions of the National Council were both unmeritorious and unconstitutional. To make matters worse, it was absolutely clear, as I indicated in my press statement of the 6th of September this year, that the Superdelegates Conference was strategically and tactically skewed and maneuvered in favor of one particular aspect. The level of intimidation and monetization that characterized the conference is unprecedented in the history of internal elections of our party. Fellow countrymen and women, I'm using this platform to introduce myself to you, the good people of Ghana, and humbly seek your support.
Wake up, Columbus. Saturday morning just got a whole lot smarter. Welcome to the boardroom, live on 102.1 FM WCRM every Saturday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Join Nana Pabina Ajimai, aka DJ Ajingo from Sky FM, as he brings you the latest insights and expert advice on business, finance, and entrepreneurship. From market trends to innovative ideas, the boardroom is the perfect place to start your week. Get the latest news on political, economic, and social issues from Ghana, Africa, the USA, and across the globe.
102.1 FM WCRM Sky. Good morning, Ghana. Good morning, United States of America. Good morning, Columbus, Ohio. A wonderful morning to each and every one of you under the sound of my voice. It is a Saturday, the 21st day in the month of September 2024. It is a day, the month, and the year of our Lord. Thanks be to the omnipotent Lord for giving us a wonderful day like this. Blessed be to his name. And as I always tell you, I'm always covered with the blood of Jesus. Always covered with Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall never want. He leads me beside quiet waters. He will refresh my soul. He He guides me along the righteous or the right path for his name's sake. Even though I jingle shall walk through the valley of death, I shall fear no evil, for thy rod, thy staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercies shall follow me all the days of my life, and I jingle shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Welcome to Boardroom. The show is stringing out from now till 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. I'll be making way for Wahine Champon to take over the airways. But now, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the biggest and the largest platform within the heart of Columbus, Ohio. 5454 Cleveland Avenue, and the zip code is 43231. My name is Nana Ajiman. Call me Ajingo. Mamunina Kwabashokom, and the back of Safidiakeso, Columbus, Ohio. Boardroom, and I'm the bro. Yet, not if it's a make up him say, none do ever born, none do bring no sorry. I'm a white nature palette, not say, and the other special idea, Brian. The sub radio. Yeah, but today, we are suffering and someone who will tell you, yeah, also, oh, you cry to me, Columbus, Ohio, United States of America, near Ecoso, or elsewhere in Africa. Titru, Yankasa Yefie, Ghana, and Musaba Woodwar, and Yakuchagu. A prosper anybody for any one of Baba, Yedi Munchima Woodward Yabro, Nami Cow. Say you're tuning up, no? And you're 24/7, and Nasusa, you're tuning up, no? And Naso, but one year's up, we are about tuning up, no? Or download Wabo Sky 102.1 and now WCRM. And remember, your program also is Susa. Now, Cow said, program is streaming live on Facebook, streaming live on YouTube. And then for your wedding, I give away any back for him, but 1 year old, you're praying, or the prayer for fire comment section with my subscriber to your channel, no? And I see your page, on Facebook. How many of you know what you made? I bet to go. And every producer, Mr. Tom Kruger, special security man. On one side of you, I said, Mr. William also of you. Honorable Pool and also for you, Nana at Japan by Johnny and shortly. Yeah, the discussion earlier, bro. Nana, he found a yes, no, yeah, body. Enough is enough. The mother calls home. Yeah, and this is what you call. Yeah. Oh, enough is enough. Oh, enough is enough. Demonstration calls on the day. Yep. Demonstration also. Ghana's voters are voting register to audit or not to audit. Which way? A primary first war. Say about the tear, I say you on the tape. A primary first war. A whom say man, who is watching any Sabanyo Kono, Ama a year electoral commission. 1 week ultimatum. MPP Amanyo Kono say almost met hit you on the streets. Say easy accepted the position on the voters register from a year NDC4. Imabo Ragalam say who says same and who says city ethnocentric attack on Ashantis. Imabo Edia Rum said who says city easy and disqualified 11 aspirants. Enra a year ballot for presidential candidates echo so MPP number 1, NDC number 8 on the ballot paper. Ibedi who come 9 aspirants on more political parties and 4 independent candidates. The Nakama 13. Where is about dominate ABC who go near their pro and boardroom so? Thank you, Chesokra. Mekwa Humano so na yedi nkomo kakra every Ghana. Mensa aka Dr. Solomon Fokuo Kwatin ewa Humano so Dr. Senior Lecturer ewa Kumasi Technical University Department of Entrepreneurship. Dr. Political Analyst. Doc Memwa Kwaba eba Sky 102.1 so. Doctor, what's in car? I'm say doctor Edin Komo, but you boy home they say sir. Ebeka doctor ho ahoma no so bia we dey doctor Edin Komo twetwe no na say Komo no ede abrewo afa dwumadi so na me ka say Sky 102.1 FM so no was go awutie boardroom eba wakwa mu meminda anopa bia ene me pano no ene de o ma ya de ani nyina no me de abaso de me ma pulele ne nyane wo mu pulele ne nyane wo mu. Doctor, me mo akwa. Hello, dog. Dog, ma chọtụ m nke a. Dog, na no mo ti say anopai.
Uncle Paulo, now say.
We dey fache ye, me say dwuma die bi do akwadi ba bi so enam eye wo fa ase hodo ene eye Ghana hodo ne eye show yi hodo ntino waje ye so. E bo akwa ba bi dog. Dog, and yes, no young question tetem say be bit meja na wakoto adwumadie eso. The edikan is about Ghana's voting register. To audit or not to audit. E kwa be na ye fa so na wotwe mu NDC amanyoko no eto mo hugo monten so. Demonstration. Den sem bi ekodan electoral commission. Last week di hu komo kakra ene ye monwrom. Dog, ye nyuntum na ye audit no ana say e kwa be na o se fa so.
Okay. Sorry. I think it's straightforward. Either say, you better to me in 2 million and say, a Jumana is for Ayano. A Juma Papa and I say, near Juma Papa. And I said, Doma and this year. Is it different from the other Yisi Juma Omtai and the Biana? If you check it here, this has been the process. Yes, it first will be in Juma almost all the time. Every year, 4 years, be a tour of the piano. This Sidika when Nano exhibition. Now, why, no be asked our coffee, the deans and the dean with the dean one. Or we are answering a cock of trouble. Mean who data another time of cock of trouble and dean any voter registered and mother. Yes, was system or the first air correction. He said there is any problem be what it didn't show anymore. So yes, because or no betting yet the aka chrono problem couldn't wait na ya. I think for the best way to do is I say in the trade my use because the list na ya can was you still call it provisional list. On case the final list. I say provisional list. So if it's provisional list, then why should we worry about provisional list? We can worry about final list, but once it's provisional, it still remain provisional. It means that there are a lot of or there are some challenges with it that they will rectify before the main elections. So it appears that the NDC, they are rushing too much, they are over rushing, which to me, is not appropriate. Or not just say so they shouldn't set up. Issues should set up non-confidence and also and cost. When you talk about forensic auditor, it's like overall register will be a check will be a day. It is will be a good mechanic and a oh yeah, forensic auditor, but also be a good mechanic and a deal register. And as will be any abroso and as we need lose that time I so true dinner. Then you I don't think I used for a true thing first and Omokas and Kobeya could be in fact only Ghana card. Near for me true thing. So the Ghana card and quite true dinner. Oh, your forensic auditor, and yet because you compare what is on the register now with the main one, that's the motherboard, but Oman notwithstanding. Some of us believe that yes, capability, capacity to making a self corrections and not be getting acquitted. So they are over Russian. That's what I can say.
But dog, we hear a other side coming from a MPP for so afamwa. Almost so at the Sebia Betuga. Say easy egitum say the NDC for Peromo Yamoma, almost over to Mogo Mountain. So why should they why they maintain also almost take it that stand? No? Did they have any interest?
Yeah, I didn't say you need register for EC, you need register for MPP, you need register for what do you call it? NDC and MPP. You register for key stakeholders be our rights on also pay. So if you keep on demanding, we see me pay. we see the way, and now we see the way. Then every time there will be demands, there will be chaos all the time. And then I think say it is right to say at this time around, you see no better than no jazz of about down to Obi again.
Dog, you share the image of the you share the image of the Electoral Commission, I mean, to the whole world. The NDC for Apija Abai, are they trying to discredit? And I said, are they trying to create an impression, say, Electoral Commission, or Mujumadia or Mudi, no, and said that enquiry?
They say, yes, image, no. The yes image now, you can have previously, he said, and I say over and over, yes, has been working. It is a over and over. The ages and years, or in the title checking image.
Okay.
It is over here. So you see, since moving on to do something, can you say, sir, we don't mistake what image, no, we can't, you can't use that one. You can't use that one.
Dog, you find say, yeah, oddity and Timmy Amaso na. Dog, you find say oddity and Timmy Amaswa. That's your fan say penny-4 NDC for it. Nasi no mutimi equa junimo a year no maybe Eddie Bibia to 2 years. Na NDC and Timmy and we need power come December 7 far. Are they going to blame the EC? And I say, I mean, the irregularities are almost in here from the voters register.
Oh, but blame. We are talking of voter register.
Yeah.
I think there is no perfect voter register in this world. There is no perfect register, but you manage the situation. They tell perfect register, you want to say, what clean money in area? I did a channel to about waiting. I think he needed it through. I don't know. I got to about a group waiting. I say he needed it through. So are you saying that because of will be anything that day in Quantino? A way and answer a way.
Yeah.
But just out to them. We manage the situation. We manage situation. We don't just say because of 1 or 2 issues, all many credibility, we are throwing it away.
All right, Doc, you move from the Electoral Commission because of Juma Dia Woody and Yebreno, and Yamura, Galamse, a Konomo. Now, what you said, the Hunkomo Kakrada, Egdasua, Ejinasua, and Penny 4, Edi Hujuma, Eddie. Now, you share the coffee to buy, Yet, a yes of one, any tabuana bebo, a baya hodwa, abaso coini, a baya was so, and now said, Nanoma is Hassano, a show almost under the host of one, Eddie Bobo.
I think I'm a question for you. Mukroma Mutimu. Mukroma Mutihos is here. Once Nubane illegal migrants no mobile hop and as a form. Once issue of Emma Abaya Bako, Abaya Bako. Pennyful be a Bako. I be to war if many Mexico shares will be the way by, It will still drugs be Ukruma, one of the Blemona.
Dog be Zabiana.
Maybe so. America, almost Air Force, or Motimia, more president. You want me a who's more fight. Nessa still, who say, Okofa Harlem, Hobby, be now far we now who say, and now Florida, Hobby, be now who send Kuta. Drugs in Biano, big day, one of them.
That is a bambono, a bambofono, and I was there to one bomb.
You see, you know that the crime there, crime fighting a process.
Yeah.
Criminals, especially where it involves money in Nasifona.
Dog, a human, dog, it's your bacho. I don't remember.
There's a way and say, Debiano, you have to review to come out with more than another superior, we say, a chain. The Oyusu Festival. They didn't know
that. Dog, that's so ever, man. So, dog, what's the
cake? So you should just review. Sorry, you should just review the method. No, you should.
Dog, also review method no use, right?
Approach now by you should they fight.
Dog a homano engine so a year. Dog will say baby or one
Eba. And to so manifesto anyway now. Or more you see now. Manifesto no the abbas is here now. Or about me suggestion or debana is quite different from what we have been using now. And you know, you suggest that they have to review the approach now. Instead of blaming now.
Yeah.
We need to review. We need to review. Yes, stop blame game no. Yes, stop blame game no. Now, yes, stop blame game no.
Dog, yeah,
stop blame game
na so afomu de be mo na ombetimi de aboa.
Now, we have not involved them so much about the fight against illegal mining.
Yeah.
We have not involved them so much. So this is the time, as I say, we involve them so much. Then that's your monsa, Omunye. You have to be answered almost like I say. And Rana Krana, Dibu Minor. Emma, I have for no too much role to play, even though the lands, they are the custodians of the land. No custodians of the land. And you know, yes, say involve him for no, and so before we can blame them so much.
All right. Dog, Major Okra, Hono, Yensha, Nansay, a year chapia, mum for action, ADSC, a year Asante Foso. And nobody, and now Asante for I say, Sa no mano, or say yes, so. Baby Edry, or say so, I know my so.
Idea at coming, you know, we are seeing any, you know, they are high in tribal issues.
Yeah.
Tribal, and more. And not the SS social. And not the SS social. And not the SS social Bakukra. And not the SS so tribal issues, Jingo. I say, and not the SS so tribal issues, Bakukra. If you have stress about the tribal issues here, a weakness will be all you weak. You weak, and all the tribal issues. It means tribal issues there. I think we come in unity, the progress of the country. Because,
all right.
I won't say Asante superior chain we are now in superior, but the bottom line is say, what officer is superior? Prove it. Nagana phone so superior. Say the boy but the tribal issues there. It's not the best way.
All right, dog. Mami nya omuna to adwuma dia ye wudi so na ye na wase. So wonya abre ene ye kasa ye e was sky so. Mami fa na asesoro ko ema Dr. Solomon Foko Kwatin, Dr. Edini Juma ewo Kumasi Technical University Department of Entrepreneurship or South Political Analyst. Dog Edimre Edinchemu kakra edi abre en afa ye voter register hun se so amana homene so galam say and a face so ethnocentric ye attacks eba ye Asante Foso nansen ehun sem bi na doctor so na no die and I said I know this efa adwuma die eso but more dey say what do you comment ebe fire comment section ho live ewo ye Facebook war and I say ye YouTube war no what the fawa e betimi agebre akenkan ede ama so dey abibia me catch say adwen ho eni ba kofo etubu no obi eche na adwen so what the ba ko no adwen enye pa enye ekutubo enye kasatwie misrewa abomode so so de wadwen kire beba na yetimi akenkan fefefe ede amawo de yesoso so ewo eye adwumade we so ene kasa ehote ene se de obuo be ma obi biara eno ene yesoso so in indecent languages ya accept hano you believe in professionalism. WCRM 102.1 Sky boardroom and our suguzo with TBD and in an aquabna ajiman. Ajingo na betimi afrem ya bedwafo atena say. Mame ma makwaba intentem eso na yemfa ye nkomo hwehwe no ehya ase ene de yakopa adom yetimi ahye nkomo hwehwe na ase entem. Na honorable say on ekonya ne ye yenwanom beti. So da no. William emo akwaba. Bibia bokode. Bibia da na kwamu. Do you use what you ye? Why if why is arching police no?
And Rasta I did. Tamarack Circle.
Combine na.
Combine. Yes, me to me and why I dear pa.
Yeah, about you.
And then no crown and just and caffeine my sister and some contract.
I better go to I better go to that's not what you're asking. Okay. Said what you be a come here.
Oh, let me just say,
okay, all right. Catch a bullet, they say. You stream live, what do I say?
Yes.
And no more person what video the trouble. No country on myself. Or more you for sky.
Yes.
What do I say? Tonkra, Fabo Pule, mammy. Honorable Pule.
Honorable Pule, let's out here. So
champion you also can. Was another day.
Asuma.
Honorable Makava.
When you swear,
you have a body.
About the other woman. Me what is a book list abano.
Zao.
Me board you must come command for China.
Be a bit of because what you will be any.
And the park with this and Samuel.
And your pay. Yes, it's soon pay.
Oh, now see him.
What break. What is it? And then before now is it? What break a crack?
It's a break as a man of please.
How
America, bravo. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, say you come on, you can say that. You're bread into the issue. Come on, you can say. Yeah, for it's as free. Enough is enough. Demonstration of course on our tree. I face a motor home some kakra, Mondomason, a sweetie kakra. And this year, Amano Kono at the Kratakoma, electoral commission, no more, 1 week ultimatum said, almost sema, and I said the Omo Piano, electoral commission, and for 1 year, and I saw 2 1 among and for more. MP Amano Kono so about 1 and as we central issue more than same between you say. Say electoral commission, NDC for 172 pet almost so, behind on the street, and also almost be told Hogo Mountain so. Are you or you need? There be every 7 can or you need a basabasayo. There be a Mubato Mogo Mountain so. A demonstration. We any Simbia man of home so a year what we a year Ghana proud to election 2024. Measure say free a year William.
Yeah, a chat for share will be our tears. Yeah, now. But the Jack has a pan name your Robody birthday.
Now, Robo so hard you.
And a Robody birthday, yeah, it's in a robo. Before summer starting or 17 Yamisha and in Yamia holding a mount. Then Yammy Mount Quantin. For boy, you might mean your mamma and a fast phone. Eden and Abisha, Rancher Vetnas. To Robo, happy birthday. Columbus for the sky for you now, happy birthday.
What does I want from
Robody?
What transit we invited me?
I suffer phone come.
Okay. But we invited me.
So you suffer.
Oh, some your software be
by the way.
Be software be we are associate pastor. Be me pastor.
Okay, dear boy, yes. Now, I say voters registered to audit or not to audit. And the last week I can't send be for so actual my dream. Yeah, media, me stand them, and this is calling for forensic audit. But now me change it. Say when you are talking about forensic audit, and yet an answer. 2, we have to look at the timing. Our more requesting, very crucial because Ghana we have a few months. I think there is about 3 or 4 months for election. And I will call for forensic audit, which to me as an auditor, no, forensic audit at this time is not a good timing. It's not a good timing. You know, among here, suddenly 1 timing. 2, a process now. You the best select even forensic auditors, no, because it's an issue. And we are talking about voters register of the nation, which is a very big data. So what I say, it is a data we know can say, yemfa ebia 1 month and answer 2 months cry I don't think say possible. It even recruiting of those auditors, it is not going to be handpicked. One, it's not going to be handpicked. They will go through a whole process, like the procurement process, to do selection, to do this. What you mean, because of urgent of it, handpick. And also handpick. So because hey, Maka form favorite people to come and do it, which is also another challenge. And we process a forensic audit to me and on baby just it's a whole lot of exercise. I don't think this is the time for them to do that. Now Mesanka say it's now so about say main source almost a review of the voters registered by each individual or each voter. Our exhibition they call all the polling centers, all the district, whatever, for say the mayor obia betimako. Now wakwa say then no you complain. And this is why my processes be time woman come change. Processes be bria. Person who complainer, ube go through it. So what I say. All these avenues are there. So says I'm is inquire auditor. I think the time is crucial. 2, process will be formed for selection of the auditor to do the forensic audit is an issue. Even by the time we be completing about year report near Inukrano, and also another time factor. And the easy answer the avenue but okay. Only say then errors or last year in any biometric, a Roman process where then there will be an error. Yeah. Such as where then there may be an error, which is possible. And in system being as Doctor just mentioned, system being we say perfectly. No, there's no system. Always you find some percentage of error rate our system being. And I was saying this before. Issue they are talking about now. They were mentioning about 50,000 whatever. Semia and Kamei value is okay. We have about 30 million voters in this country, and you are telling me 50,000 error woman. For percentage wise, no, it's insignificant. It's insignificant. Me to me, because the number. No, 50. We are talking about millions of 30 million voters. That's what we do because 50,000 people, whatever. Fine. In election, each one voter counts. It's true. Yeah. So I say, but that error is possible. And Doctor just mentioned, even the day of election, anything can happen. My last 2020, your last election is 2020. Yeah. Because me registration, you verify everything. A week to the election, I had accident at Nkoko. Wow. But because I may pay MP, will be chrome attachment. Yeah. And one with attachment for money back on what I say. Oh, and to do campaign as well. Oh, it didn't me register me. Honorable, yeah. So I say, me register me with chrome. So I said, but I do say me kunya accident into a week no. Me can't even know. Me will be a man that I'm hospital. You have to drive to my hometown to go and vote. It can happen to anybody. And for the percentage error, I didn't want it there. To me there is possible. But let's look at it how significant that error is. Fine. In election, every one vote counts. No meaningful process, no need demonstration. MPP super counter demonstration, which to me not fair day. But okay, and this is say MPP say. So what should the EC do? But the number now or more air can number no and just say yes 50,000 there will be no any error again. That's what I want to tell the public. No matter what. And then when you in this MPP super okay, yes you almost say 20,000 errors Obama. Are they going to almost so bad and say any demonstration? Yeah, it's possible. As Doctor said, every register you cannot say when you need clean that. there's no way. Me there obi in register we are saying there's no need to register. Because the day in the election, anything can happen. That's why if in election day, obi betima call us meeting, so be a yes vision or any do.
Yeah.
A system and a running. So that obi betima call if it be false negative, false positive in the Roman process of every biometric register.
Yeah.
Obetima call odi wo mobile does have to say now reject it. What caused it? Continue vote that day. That's why EC has provided other means. So okay, we just say 9 years. I was so be the agent or think any person as if you chroma or tia or you see all these things are there. Even before somebody register crown.
Yeah.
Or say confuse or the ufi chroma. What he has a house number. Oh, in the process now, if you Ghana do register here, at your very best. Maybe since 1992, I've been following elections.
Yeah.
Your feed processes be blame. Akoyenim. Oh, and then I make us a cassette. That you be a dear phone. You better fee. Near I have vote too.
Yeah.
That's what we are all waiting for. And you could do a day and Cabay West. Such as in Kanuka and demonstration business. But I was saying you are not being noticed. Because Moka is 15,000. You go clean register. Booking we see people so register. Almost say you to a BIA own. And the problems were back side on. So process behind that the reason why I like EC processing is that they do what we call parallel system. They combine the system of computerizing against manual. And then now you better take you better hold card, you better away. Oh, that is the parallel. They are moving from and call electronic straight out. But they do parallel, they do the manual against. And they have done so well to this stage now. Ghana election, they had it. So because system, they are one running the power and check. Now jump into the digital. That's when you find a whole lot of errors. Until now, you better hold card first. You better hold the BUC. Bank a crew one now, you come and just a record. And also couple insurance and I say, will be blushing. That's all.
Yeah.
They don't. Will be what to you get less than and you say, take this. But Ghana. We run the parallel system.
Yeah.
Obi bebe no have so deal woman no are taking paper bi as in we are obi so amount another row of paper no are folding it nicely and some ya work container bi you see that means they are running both manual and electronically. That is the perfect system. So we go jump straight to electronically. So they should allow easy to work.
Okay.
But I say now demonstration and counter demonstration. Yeah, obinim. So and I read demonstration over here as well. I watched some videos we are very serious. On Google glasses to the EC's office, and it was like, why should they do that?
Happy or
yeah, one of the videos. Yeah, EC's office.
Headquarters are
Ashanti region.
Was it Ashanti region? Okay. It's not good. So that's a thing. I don't know the problem, but some could say no, here. 1 year and a half. I don't think so. I think the police were guarding them not to enter. I'm a be much more behind this in the because I know the police in the because we were not police in the both because the NDC man was calling the supporters to push down no force room. Yeah, and the guy was saying that what the NDC guy is doing is wrong. Only a man come over. Why are you telling them to push him? No room. And the man does. The police was very smart. I'm not rushing guy. The guy who tries on the police in the back. Look at country. You see? Yeah. It's country of police in Ghana. All
right.
And to audit or not to audit in there. Maybe I don't know. Or maybe I might easy to take decision. Or they are independent.
Right.
Nobody will force them. And to me, easy. Don't take a decision on it. Nobody should say, yeah, we name people so the demonstration be boom. Say, okay, when you be 50,000, and I say 10,000, you see, it's a whole lot of issues.
All right, but me now was the FSU, my me, Breno, NT, and a baby talk, I can't cry, ye nimo, but what do you say? What do you want to fire conversation with your my WCRM Sky 102.1 FM, so that was no Egua, Uti. You might also go to the boardroom, any idea. That so and honorable Pulele Abeka yes sir. Now when we say first about we share and Japan. And then the first time we share.
First time.
And they watch no secret back for man is also the dima. And what's your near? I want to pull a car no assembly member, right?
Yeah, assembly member.
Asuka, right?
Yeah, I quit a parliamentary area. I'm presiding member for 3 consecutive terms for Asuka Municipal Assembly.
So,
oh yes.
And then for so the what to be?
Constituency Secretary of NPP.
And then for so the what to be?
Yes.
Then the bitches and for so the what to be?
For some mind. Local governance, no. That could make a bit nasty. Now you wish they have boom combo or local governance.
Yeah.
But they can't local government, can't put them now, no, say Ghana's system, the same CTC. Basically, in Ghana area, a year profit making, and I don't know quite a password with my making profit.
But at least say your part in all power there, you benefit.
It's never true. It's never true. System the NTSC. I won't say for instance scholarship for the say non-partisan, and I say the be here be here. You fair man yourself, man you could have won it.
But wow, by you and I say I call you know.
That one the principle I apply baby, but in local governance. But the main can say Ghana local governance no non-partisan.
Okay.
Irrespective of party be or be no. So be saving previous. So we could you party be and local governance no. Yeah. And say a party one 9 people for me. Though in a disguise, partisan was party bias percent and call for those so all of normal sponsor candidates, so maybe you're right today.
All right.
But in partisan, it's non-partisan.
All right. In 5 minutes' time, Yemura, Ghana's voting register. Who says some man homeless? So I mean, you audit and I saw the Tino mountain chain. We be able to say first one. I said, quite better out there, and I said, only say first one boy.
I do go with that. See, the Michelle. And they will group team now much share Jumadi about Juma. They be topics no be one many especially one of the topic here about so many beji. I'm going to say what the 77 previous journalism not here say was for me topic about Kalam say Basudi. Why very consistent. Yes, if you can't no jai. Why is who the HR Papa do. And I say same thing for Sabo ban the major pie. And about consistent. Or topics are also selecting no some of the 25. And I said they're very fantastic. I'm hoping say a TA for the Ghana for video program any media via Facebook, YouTube, whatever via filling stations on BT because yes, be a new akonya abaso and I'm make answer.
My father's body should be my producers.
Yeah,
Tom Kruger and a Minia Abednego.
Of course, no, almost a seasoned radio people. Yeah, I'm also a diacoton radio matching. It's a Madumetino, send the sequel.
Solid.
Many extremely nice. My topic, yeah, so how do say fun one after the other? Yeah, yeah, about auditing so. I did be me, I'm not who you know. Now, in fact, my little bit you can cry based on your education, sir. For instance, the whole president, Ebeka say former president, no abontin, na said in previous any demonstration. In fact, to me, demonstration are more political rights. Said the previous say your demonstration only a mistake here. But me who say a needless demonstration and auditing na make come a needless.
Debenja.
It's my needlessness. I do look on one welcome the people for me. Men can say needless. I mean, Janice, was me margarine. I'm here the day. Nature. You see, apart from time, na mean we are really a can't want some. Me who chimupo to me, who said Mahama chimupo, any of this chimupono, and the horses as near any body are calling for name needless. I jingle a political gimmick, a politician, NDC for you. Matra kana metaka say election be a message or strategy and resources. One of the messages are one of the strategies for our employee. They say, and we place our strategy, we find Machiavellian tactics. Communist inferior tactics, inferior tactics. You're not wanting na ye make ye move cry ye be team say be ajebo na wa ye sympathy na two say you see BBC a ye fa nhye system say ye kan so mo ba be wiem and na say yi na abo ma sa adwe nya de be esi nyame no krani this time wo kwale say ka sabi monye audit no na ka ba na why you audit no o de aba a whole political party also pay political power. They do need resources. I want to show you audit. But I know say for now, no, you have it. The Obenya album will be over. I want my audit. The fact discrepancies now, minor ones, no turn change. As human institutions, there definitely errors they be a beba. I try to make an answer. Until the banana now more can. Now how they are back. Why the constituency by constituency? Say yeah, audit is in it here. Like you must say more point more be vigilance. Now oba be can as usual oba can now their tools are of evidence but now question 2020 elections I we a quarter amoyi did ya on say the ketia question no evidence
hard drive ko
on hard drive going for
my easy
about voter register more did some year no
ya move a constituency be a year the whole constituency dey akoshe constituency for France
and there's some calling attention now in here apart from that what again granted says our crown it here apart from that I do what again
that means a bit more sense
it's never like that and you know me say as far making or platform is so I didn't go sabi you in chairman say musa by himself a lot of things goes into politics winning election and yes we will refuse and our posters and our better radio so can't was them they don't go for you
and that's all done number one about
and we come there okay I'm telling you a lot of things goes into elections winning and NDC and your most strategies not be and I will they pay a winning about until I'm yes I am my come say my hammer the team they say lose 2016 still as they were done now 19 edition onimu and I feel say the last opportunity I with me and I see it now with my winning power no me because 2016 loss no and the 2020 loss no we used to be call na me answer into one party for the crowd ekwa say fa na anya debe MBU enti any means bia no kwanya bi obefa so bia obetimi e dey winning power no obefa so enu now wasena no a otwaba sojafo otwaba ahemfo otwaba asofo a odi atambia wo pe power to me na nipa so asedi sebi president so ba ko to aba ma omuli des opinion leaders no bia no udi o matem ni nyira say obia na insight o say be ya say bi ba o ntimi nye de be enka bi adwefoforo bo Muhammad chim if you nya saa adwene bi nya bibia say normal year is a politics say no ye nuamo ne yeti Ghana MPP NDC politics ni yeah I would happen like this way but the can say I dey bia wa hihye all the team so about faculty kwan e dey winya aba no this time I can lose you e west on concentrating on no the 24-hour economy na on team defending no peba na here too late what I say let's dey ni kra no with na IBB no pe bi to Ghana for team no nya so akwa we echi easy and you might be a say easy demonstration nobody proper sympathy and as a state of insecurity we see no the fact when you so now you can say I don't know as I'm and then you learn to about a term I think it's immediate to audit or not to audit I'm saying say audit now as I from a needless or political sympathy be now this is for no I can say oh I ban a control Kumasi a whole policy for guide them for peaceful demonstration. Now more to mobile say easy office. Nina say Mahama power and I will from when this in maybe me too my Bruno Mudio Mochi mo ye did info. Wait my can send you message. I told you back my saw a tea or two about so on to more. Dance say Okoti want I send be back.
Yeah, okay, Yanko, ensem no so yemura nano demonstration a course or enough is enough NDC amandoko board de pia electoral commission say omo any audit about a voter register MPP amandoko zuzo mo so beto mo hago mountain so na say any ebeko no kwa be no say faso
Me da se ajingo mechia etiefo ni ahwefo da na me kan se yenya akwanya betena anye nko na adwene we etire ya adwene ne ya kire ebi obi ofia na wo hwe ya na wo tie ya wonya akwanya bi anka de obekan bi anka be chen ya de nti we agree to disagree yenyina ya adwene da ajingo and this one case na edu ba bi on ya na nka program yenya pa na nka yenya and this rep ana nka otia na nka one on one ye o se ye interrogate ni dive into sa issues na ka ji wo beti de be kanas register a de bia ye de to aba from 92 ebesine ajingo problems wo kakra any improve ni ye koye ni on the last me can say is free box I to abagu nkra wu na ye ni photo ID card ni enye we fi ni aba na ye call box a wo de ade ekuro mo bi ehun no ma ye reforms saa besi ne amene che se wo to aba kwa wo nsa egu machines so na verify na wo de ato aba ndc ade na wo mo ye ni nyina eye ade a wo mo ye wo mo hu se che se wo pese wo mo ha Ghana keke Ghana no pese wo ha Ghana so bi adenti na mekasa o se wa hunu from so all registered eminti ye mfre na ankura emeye forensic audit etisa forensic audit na o se emenajingo ehun hia omuni case adenti na mekasa
obi ni ono huni se eno man koye ma na wo ye so
ono ne so huni se huni last week me ma instances say NDC your character as it is from 2016 say ade anko ya mama na ade bi anko de omo no pen wa anya eno ano ajinko de na asi o si wa hunu fun so wo register wa ko share yi si wa bie ne prama obi ma no se ade na o si wa hunu fama me ajinko ti o fama me na me fan to register no na wo ni emi kwa kuma ensan ye se ye de ne ko ayi na o se nko to aba ewe bia tech police station ya di ni din akwa shedwuso eti eni ya paper na de ba ni ma hwemi de ni ayampa de o kan yampa ajingo ni nyina asan o si de mi me hunu me fama ajingo me fama eti jisi ko fro obi foforo ba enwa be asemu ase hen ye kan MPP ye demonstration bi omo ye demonstration ye dede proceed court o kai say bra ba me amu ye we say no the data koma o say omo hunu din bi wo ma etogo fo bi ahwefa togo register na afa ye de na we din wa ha na we din wa ha e mo mo call e kura for say togo electoral commission mo register no ka say omo register no mo fa ma o but omo etimi aye copies bi dia ide ama omo de omo kan omo de ye no omo ye corrections o say omo ko no man for omo evidence ankwa nkoma easier e na do anoko kan say togo fo bi din wa jingu wo ko kan say family yo say na nkomo de ade na o maka say ye hu nipa dodo say di enu nti ye de ama yisi e na yisi so wanya ho ready a na nka Ghana fo nyina aka bi ama because say ya be ye mo track record say mo mantra de bi amoye ye ti kroma e na ye to aba wie ya mo koye press conference nti wo see wo se man fa abakot ajingo ye no mo be no waye ni na akoso no aboda baso ye no mo be no waye ni na akoso no aboda baso be ye de normally ye hu ai negativity no kwa ne ye hu ade ajingo me ye demonstration ade ha me na me ye hu demonstration ti mi true nipa no am free say me demonstration na wo say me so me ti me petition man ye yi nipa ni bi na wo do petition ai de ama no waje enti de ani ntokwa ade ani ade a wo ko say no yisi office nti abi be ne wo trim a wo de ye da sa demonstration extra u motive awo because me the petition every is representative for all region e dey enti no say because say glass e for say me say the laptops ni na your the office or dey enti ade be ne wo trim demonstration a wo ye na wo se wo dom ni nyina amra na is office kitu abi mu nyina mu ko wura ho ade go ko pede o because o petition na ade ko na no to ko kiki asanyema extra dua e wo trim ebiem ajingo on election day what happens election are won at the police station said the Supreme Court kai obient me we have just say police station executives no more work of fact damn for na akotra because on the day of election I didn't go what happens experience ayanya ya tena ho bia ya adwuma ne kire se okwa ye the register ne party bia it will representative of okwa akogina wa amount normally ya mo ye be 4 people because e bi obi be sorry akodun so obi be ese ena mo extra to ho mukuta register yeah o mukuta register ne kuto efenso na bu play na namne ne ko ya yeah the register na mo na bu play
ono aso na de beko ono na de beko
so on it here
sense group pen conphobia no
enti o de gano enti o de manwa na o mu eni pe ba oba na obu okra na refi voters ID card ofi enti play na be hwe register ma ka se wo ha odin wa ha enti ko okoko duru ho na akoto aba na odi card ready voters ID card to na ya tiki odin o tiki no na party representatives no to omo so atiki udin no ma tro numbers a eba it always omo ehwese obi ade tali with nipa abeto aba uri awdo say akosi verification machine so na ayo verify ya tiwa aba o eya ma no akoto aba ye wie na ye be kan aba na ye di kan omo ni kan ye box no so omo di kan hwe nipa dodo a ebeto aba turn out on the day ama party sin nyina ho say ampa nipa 200 ebeto aba ne ye wo say ni wo mom titi film wa wie no etali wie a moko bi box no so aka mo kan wie a ya tro say ebia party A onya 51 party B onya 60 ya tro figures ni ya tro west e pink sheet ni so wa read ya hu say ampa de ye kan wo ha ye pagya no wie mu 1 2 3 4 5 e no an ya tro pink sheet ni so ansana o police station ezeke edene na yi ne pen esiso assign ni atipin sheet ni copy dia mo bia so from the polling station na results no e dey call sa coalition center ho that constituency that is why mo kwa mo timi declare parliamentary elections ne constituency ho based on results be fi polling station ho aba enu ti answer na emedu constituency ho na wo constituency ho party ho no ya wadwuma ya wonim say sa constituency as me party na wi ni no ya figure say ni akeka go free constituencies ni Ajaba region the be free constituency be police station be constituency and the constituency returning officer and dey call region or the call region so ji a onye hwe wo ho so no ahwe no so abobo no so the call national then ya kan nyina bom ni ya declare sa elections anything me pese me hu say ni pana so wo anyi din firi mu se wo tena ho obi meti we na wo ajingo de me din ekoto aba na jingo betwa me more na wada kanim na dia kwa verification na so de kwa de no dia akoto aba na me akokan na ni police station executive na okotena station na ne kokko he
eno na ma me ka say
you see
we are all kind
needless
I think bina
eno ya marriage
Dabi the process here I think go process here me ne wo kan say enye sanity am kan MPP call a court no court to catch them say elections are won at the polling station it is a
Tuguba
70 yes
said it
yes 70
and the man 26 MPP am the police station juma ya
MPP yes strategy doesn't go only the ma Samuel Oku ebe kan boys abre ebe kan say o ma win election be o mo twa ma easy abe NDC the MPP divided mechanism be 2016 almost set up o ma coalition centers e wo ogun constituencies and o mo pen go fogun no mo funds eti
me twa no ai former Supreme Court judge o kana say ma
Tuguba
and who knows whatever we figure about easy sense me what one some day
me hu ina me
platform no so me twa no then say have you seen people massing up and demonstrating this much before is because we've gotten to levels which have provoked that. I say electoral commission stance is
dictatorial.
Yeah.
Say atukuba kasa.
Ode nya ono na say.
Dabi we need to pay the okay na kasa.
No the same.
Dabi anam dey kasa. The same person catch the court say omo errors. Our electoral commission the results no declare any because you 27-0 our Supreme Court.
Yeah.
What you see? But as someone can say when Obeka say elections are won at the police station, you have to be vigilant at the police stations because the Kika bomb and the Deba Okacho say errors are omo and call for saying try elections in Yango to Abafufo. As more kind. It means Obia to me a mistake. Judge is now moving to me a judgment, our court. I don't really know you will hear many examples are almost a friend sa actor ya oni Adunchi Prophet Adunchi nya issue o mo chi na o mo de ko asore man o mo de ko do court o ma be chi ne say o di free movie e ko do court a charge sheet is no matter say the republic versus o mo wie ya republic dia not say why crime I didn't say defame yes o be sin simple afa na court asore man po ko dan na ko e criminal na ya convict ya remind no I don't see no omo ti ase no mo call for high for appeal review omo call appeal na appeal ja no so no we nyensi hu entima so obi adifem obi na ebe ye criminal you see court I mistake am court over 10 enti dem person me kan say asem aye kan enya we say all the time say yes ko hwodi ade ngo nipa wu ne nipa wu china nipa wu every day adana ye kwa akoto aba no nipa do ebewu. It doesn't mean that day na you go to Abanos. You could be registered, no, so you could audit in your mom we need in it doesn't cost an only problem in we Mahama any a say don't get here and the problem of elections. You know why? Enra at Omo Koya balloting, Enra. Kasima Koso. Parties do a question when you but I say look at you. Me, but I say look at you. I say look at the control party. I say no, the chairman. Me say, chairman. Okay. On the control, and I say look at you. Almost who affiliated this one to me but me say me the CSM me so one else had the only Mahama the reason me the reason former president former president say omo akwa balloting parties are akohia ewo isi office onyo akwa balloting obi e hu say ball bi dem a ya mark him this NDC a whole pe on now of some of omanebo amafa and omo nyina say ade a wo kan he was being vigilant me ba wa vigilant ni yi ball free omo yi free so omo anyi free and ka MPP ko yi wa ko ka say ball omo yi free mu wie no tena etini pa 13 e ko tena ho na omo hwe ayi ball nkuan wani usha microscope akwo hu 2 omo say Mahama bi na no sama mofu a yakosi ni time enka e wose a police for a soldier for kra etu aban na gu wo time nipa da sumu 4 years etu aban gu dia to so mienu wo brande bus e brande RIG for laptops eye weri nyina god brande nkwa do say yi Ghana sika ene de obi ankasa ene obi akofa draper ba no de abo ma utimi inside to support say mun konko wa posters nyasa mon fe de nkotare no he she Osi, me ba me video na ma. Osi, mo mpini mo obi amfa obi picture entare we say no na Ghana man nyina sika. Me ka me nya so na. Me ana me say me the video ni be ma. Dia to so me nu. Say Mahama ya president. Me hu ni say wako baby former president. Me hu so wako baby. Ama ye de sa nyenya e digu ye ko mu bi agunku. Ama omu yi apaye man. Na e kama. Oko hemfo me yebom ayima ne se odi we ba se wo sisi e blocks no wa ho atwetwa bi ba mo mbo aba so asofo bom pa ye man na je gezi mu no wa ho nyina be ka se Mahama be wi ni Kofi Oduro mu nyina we hu problem bia wo ho ene hemfo kro no an wasa tie so so wo di obatem se ayi aban fun we na so aban fun we na wo se wo so wo de obetimi aka wadwen atem didi e se aboso nyina ni we yakra ayi omo ye we wo ayi trade fair ayi independence square sa programs ha no me ayi mampani da Mahama time asofo abebom pa ye wi imam sa be yo mapa ye wi no ye friend nanom traditionalists mo be drum mo susu be ya di ensa be gufo enti since when e koye crime a chese say tokuro bi obeye bia no wonya fort ewo the American say Ghana yatra tama na wo de gere mobi seje na the for no sima na 50 decision match sadaka na we shim say jekoto aba say Ghana atwam enipa bi eto aba at least say majority of Ghanaians etimi read the truth between the lines ehwe na omo sa asema omo kan president Kofi kan say hwe wasetenem na to aba eni ema ekoso problem ho Ghana man ma ye de ne man obi say e man ma ye de mi solutions bi wo de o point say o man ma ye de okay man ma ye de e die na wo be yo tie we de na wo be yo de asia no etimi di si no mesrɛ se Ghana ne jatoma ɔhu ejatoma wo mo me for passport e de adwane no eye wo mo a omo ko so sa problem na yen ntimi nwane yen ana ya ne edi ache ne ye rio mahama ba lastly mahama ba enyo no te Ghana ye work bebre no celebrity work demonstration mu was say do get ya but when you say obi chere me say
no campaign
na party ni na demonstration mahama na mu no so no
campaign
on
no campaign
no o ele no go dey ni movie Ghana nye party bi adia MPP NDC they are becoming say obi a opposition official person find for easy no it's about time as two big parties no be just I don't want no more homework here elections are one at the polling station your person to be Ghana your own kwan dia
baby o can see where me the pa me shira o me da say na Japan e na no see e de amame o say e parties ni me no sa YouTube ne wa ne yesi ne aka no de bia ke say we wa ba mu dia insi no de eye obo adwuma yi we ni aba mu a insi no wabon why say sa no man nyina
adugo bacho me mu faka transfer so but say me bisa say yisi as institution apart from leadership na assessor no e then assessor o yisi time na ne o mahama ye present na o prison no
But I said, no, most pension. You are blaming Sarah to say,
I dare back.
They say, more pension. You are blaming Sarah to say.
And intimidation.
Now, question also work as a young.
And I said that come and Mahama idea.
For what?
If you say now, also say easy for the camera, now so shall I say,
and no, EDC say, now, Miss Armani also would say,
there be person me come you say,
yeah.
And come here when you are not committing my sample nipa bia 50 or 100 say ye nipa 100 ya ko idini ya disenfranchise ye nanka bia ajingo ya what me aba ya disenfranchise so ya ko hwema mpa udini atu cry di card dey register ne wo say o fact but to ko she baabi na information bia beto sa say ana wo kan asem na wan fa ina so ama ana me jina so e kan say e chimu pofufro and yet necessary say auditing no here and now say be previous easy it's not working now yet man name Mahama public sympathy
honorable president you we see betty you hanche this year and I want the minority leader the court ambulance case time oka say authority say communicate a court case or case for me answer verification on the mark court anything on the two omuko appeal over 10 years on your press conference can say sir decision now by the judges now they are the best the whole world has ever had this year the same institution so I did plan on moje what you go dey catch when you wake up go to next year na you hear say no credit house won kabia comfort grow what be na the evidence say men on the bia lipa da sani bia wasem a woka eno ene di ebua ofo na techema mpro
all right me nua aye Tom Kruger ene abednego ye me referee and me linesman na wo gina nche die die neutral na na ebo bisrona e betumi wuram
me ba mi tun ga referee bi na referee kwani di coach match ewo state boys Ocha di kan watwa ocha player to an ba ko se o ball papa be na ball park so 1-2 no rush me show red card bia ko for ball no mo na fa referee kwet me do am be this aye na mo papa o mo grant me kan machine o vote mo nsu ya so
all right yeah movie from a voter register the whole say sema man home so na yakọ ye de bi ekwe ni bia ye body raga say who say some so man home so na say our Ghana, yeah, because they come was a major at two horse immediately. Now, ya pay the must be and say we are going to be as no. Yama, you know, so one on it. I was so Bushia, and if you know so, the echo so Ghana. Boardroom when I was so would say, you stream live, YouTube, or WCRM Sky 102.1, or a Sky FM. You was so Facebook or you stream live, so body as well. I do share for a day. Am I in? Now you're talking grass with your mother before I would win. I said, what's your boat will get you home a year ago, Eddie Mawa, or body answer to pursue your woman and answer about. Sky FM, your premises are you 5454 Cleveland Avenue, zip code no, 43231. 43231. Papa express here as I say. Hello, one no, that part. Oh, that carrot also. Pull it to the two jail. Come, now make me call you. Let me see the way I was here as a because of allow you. But and I don't mean the secret too. And what have you? You go buy fresh wow. We do that. We do that. Oh, there you go. No, that's what I left you. That's 24-hour economy. I made over me. No,
either positive or negative.
Last week, what I will call him. Or what you want to Russia or so, or exactly. It's all fresh year. And where you tea. And I will have went to a program. Why a fresh? I said you was here, and I will feel because you can't yeah, but we are your comment section now the MIN on WCRM 102.1 Sky FM so UTMD and Ajingo Media Chame mini animal bomb Tom Kruger and Abednego. Abedjofo ane no mo atnasia yesin konwa ye dia baba ye nche mo hodo de bro honorable pulele eti eye minsa nifa so do tififi enso eye Mr William Owuso oni me eye nya asemi ena do tip benku so enso eye nana e Japan. Mr William ye mo ragalam say e ho insesem eso eye e ho ntasa na ye fa mo aban nananom na de ebisara say na hukosam ebe flasie ene bebia bedri yetimi eso so a yetimi eso ana say yetimi ka so ana say yetimi tu bia na say say ka engini emedu sabre yo mina the microphone you actually aka say why I hope so you settle okay aha we na settle ofanya miasa eda babo kaka Father send you and do me a lot of challenges. And I was born you. And I was born you. Oh, was born you was we never so put now we are for challenges. Now I don't know one side of me challenges. I'm fighting challenges. What yeah, Galam says some day. I come once some maybe honorable Akasa or say. Or that was society the piano. Of course, the bar. Good idea. Yeah, that was all right. Yeah, I'm saying as I keep on saying, Emra, US, UK, or Canada, or here, you will be or Ghana. Yeah. The difference are other countries, LBT, say, Omo Kisho say, Omo enforce loss. Omo enforce loss. By a room, no, you enforce loss. Just 5 minutes, right? You come, no, you enforce loss, no, but for us to enforce those laws to work, it's what are my messro, na Makwa, one so intended so, yes, I can honorable Gebra, a Sidu, or no Casa de Ma, and this Yamano Korea, Santamantel, saying I be a new common, but quite enough or you too. Honorable Abba and one so quickly, Yanka. A demonstration any easy once no honorable ni ko you ya ni abafi ya be di ko mafa that I'm saying no honorable Makwa ba Sky 102.1 so we ya bia ko de gebra Yakupon adom eni nananom okutayemu Gebra Yamora Yamora Yensem Nansa ne Bobo just 1 minute Sena a campaign any grounds esitie e wa Asante Mantemu
so was Asante Mantemu here I MPP for stronghold and I have the NDC for any operational zone and anytime there benya 27 28 29 30% na edim kunimdi ebra NDC and the Biano, Ayana and this Amonokun. Yeah, adwuma ye hye wo ha so tactical because see Jaha Mahani di gupenes and yadia epetumi and the omuze MPP for songo de guso adwuma den pa oba ya zone Asante region into 5 sections and ya denipa auto to ano and ya regional chairman de onam sa on the bia okokoy operations and any communication is the out of the say the communication structure should be a local one. And it's a parliamentary candidate here. All message, step boil it down to your locality. And I said the air can national ones of a Benard and Amasa. All national, they now also count there. And it's all about communication structure. And there, the near party is in your confirmation to me center, community to community, church to church, mosque to mosque, shrine to shrine. There's a baby market to market campaign in Yagudi Kra or Santa Reggae.
It is a say no nyame ya madoma Asante Region season na betima akosoro kakra motimi ahwa bia free MPP abanyoko resem Gabriel I'm say question no apem no by Gabriel be say aba homa no so ebie mu na yato eye ye nkomo twetwen no so em say ba bia ogina no nti no ba bia ogina no enti no em say baba be ko William Wada Roman Bacho, Gabriel Bezaba, Manosem, what to assure the Abami. I will get say fighting.
I got him say fighting the Ayabia. Emrana, young Sabay Jumano. May I know them who say, Emma, a country, no, as a Ghana or as African.
Wada Roman, Mr. What the fetch me? Why? There be a Saja. Gabriel.
Hello.
Me Pacho Wada Roman, what's about to be about? Yentuaso.
I wanted to coin but
asema na mebisa na se ne mosi acheche mumu ne te ne campaign AC Kono wo arehemu se nyame ye madoma mbotimi ahwan seats ni bi parliamentary seats ni bi every MPP amanyoko de semo Asante Mantemu
actually nima boya mbeza me betu ja but ye wo seat dey dey ne yakenkan se se ye ho nyankopon ya adoma ye pese ye je free MPP for nsem seat ni bedu aka abeka ye de and 91 Sian Sunny idea and Yatos why I am working.
Okay.
For strategic reasons, in better to job for now. All right. You was why I am working my power.
All right. Yeah, sure. A year, Monsem, what I could die electoral commission. Say a year audit. A who a here. Time in time in a beboa.
Ajimai.
Yes, sir.
You know, electoral commission, somebody in Canada, a brand new. Somebody way pa ho unya braba bia afanye say adwuma na yepese ye no if you say about when abose no abon ere beto aba no eno na easy aye illegal transfers easy aye omissions wire duplications and a bloating omo agofo ma wu against ye omu din fra ni mu nyina da ho mu a enyi yiye eni say ya hwani anka ho asem say ya ebrebe bi mu ye ka ho asem but so da no bi ka ho say o na se obi awu na di mu ma anya hwe ajengo wo de wa woni bi ha isi bitu aba se register any pedi wo mu na se ebo no nan ko na se wanya NDC agent papa otewa obetimo mama to de aka na de atwa so sa na wanya MPP agent papa wo ho no obetimo mama to de aka na de agum enje to da yetimi nya 97% turnout 96% turnout 95% turnout na se utimi hwe ma de wo se obi adu kwan ana na se bia obi anwi
Gabriel. Gabriel. Wada Roma me mo ato aso na na beto aso no. Yen hwe se ade be chi ame abeto aba. Na hwe Ghana mai kakra kai na efa se nipa beye nyame mfa sa mo ma no susumi na so. Na nipa beye edu omo ato a. Eno so mbaka cha yisi se onyi sa adi ni firi bana.
Oh, da you go say nipa be edu eno ya ina oba ina decimal steady ya say infinite decimal. Na se nya de mu odu bia be de emfa ne say since I'm no can say you do money bomb I call birth and death registry and a cross check and nipa 50,000 I know my work we didn't down register him and if I say yeah 2 banners and 50,000 maybe NDC ni be compromise and as MPP ni be compromise na se to ni nyina gu ma sa akofa asem
it is 50,000 no sa 50,000 mo sa figures no a betima confirm me ama EC40 me age ahwehwe ma ye frim
Ejina Dr. Manebo Mike say EC when bibia a idea yes a forensic audit
Gabriel
UNDP for one get to on me fa hoka
Gabriel
as so omo penso ya momu two options yes omo penso me media ni nyina nhia ne ba camera nsie so na so mo sie ni hwe kira ya fe evidence mra mo fo mo dia mra na nyina nzingu nwane ehwe and EC ni dwane a e go fa demonstration bai
de na me bisa na say the Dr. Manebo ma e kan ye no o hu nyina so o hu nyina so a ebetimi e de ma EC4 ma mo tiba yi sa di na free mo
I didn't go send ya can be a was you who so.
Okay.
Say a car say, my illegal transfer. Omoka say, no credit. I train out from here, almost and Pussiga. Woman will say, Omuisi official about illegal transfer. And the Pussiga, the near one. Sunny is single Yagas, you will be a billion. Now, you bet me easy officers bed to another Eduba, almost illegal transfer in India. You bet me the cancer. It's the idea, and when you're saying, you have amazing when you're ready and started body or bed, ever.
Na musi enkonwa no na se eye audit na amaso ne mo mfa kwan hoforo so e de yisa adi no efiri mu wie nyame eye nyankopon anya madom na eye election ma onwini a mo de be hye eye voter register rada
ajin gonja wutiri mu fan ya ko birinku ana da biya me ka se etibizu net mi so de e shai yani NDC eni musa abatu ye ebedi nkunim enti na ye living no stone on ten na be ya results ni ba unji go jira ba bia mo bia sobo enu di na ye ni abra ye sa ade because they be American say so 2020 this year message ko na edru ba bi na party ye na ye bo empani enforceable ne ye say bo ye ho so bo ntia de ya agrese be se bibia na be ye ba emfa ho so bo mu bia ntia to na say ye wini a ye wini ye lusu so ye lusu.
All right ye hwe ye basabasa yo a ye course so sisi akwa na meti bi say wa santimanta bu moko EC office ne ade sa no ma we entwa mu abi mo present mo petitioner ade na enye na sundwe ekwan so
Ajima ya ho kom metrimpo empatamu edunsia ana ya demonstration asante region scamage see yan mimi say na mi wo
fa kwara mara mame we number 1 asa number 2
number 2 mimi say na mi wo bi the other printing go on man ko because na duru ba bia as a president petition and any part do no be so mo ko no please for you say enipa ka kra bi nko and e bi ye o ma dwe so mo to nchina mbe de o mbe kwanti o mbe koye nko no entwifa mu no ene ko fa asa ade na ede e bai enti no go de head anya yi bia na ehu bia asa ba se me nwa ka kra bi ne ba police for ne ye mranche ni bi ntem che munyira che ye be ko bi ye ngo bi ne ko fa asa ade na ede e bai
ne kwakwa mu no
obi awu onje zi obi apra
ne kwakwa wansa na meja awo no ye hwe 1 week automatic ma de ma electoral commission for auditing se omo ntimi ani so amama de ba na mo na mbo setu
se ko bana ne yere beda e hye ni trim na ajingo wo de US na awo se ye kan about for ase mbeda mu fan a menim de ndi ase yi si hotel 2016 emra ye nua mo ka se Togo for we register mu no yet the committee me mu hwe mu afi de mo age to mu ze Togo ni bia ni and the yaso akasem enti isi no ana ese no ahu afa koni asaso se e bia de ndi for priwe na mintimi kura ese me ye we mom na wiase nyina hu se ase mo kan betu hu ana mo ekwa ese isi no abuna so mu nua na ekoba sa da no wa ese kusia wa pumu ahini no kusia zo pumu ahini e boja na se wumpia ya de mesoa ne ayi nwusie pinu ara fe de wupia kwabra ne to se kan mo se ya te mu mi na so no fa gua na fa gua se isi epasumdwe na ade na wo yo no agiti no ye neutral the NDC apre no eso wo ye me goda na maka kire se sa sofuo sa akomfuo sa ahemfuo omunyina mfo no ntum se isi enya the NDC kan na NDC fo animu na se wo de wonya kura no wonya mi animu se woni bibia ha dia wonya mi animu se ko ba se onya no edi tintin dia ajingo the be na next action no ene be free penimfo aba ena dodo na nso ewe yetrim.
On the ballot paper presidential, Moda aye number 8, and I say Ura Mahama Eda number 8. come December 7th, 2024 elections. Number 8, position ebeboamo. Moda ye.
I didn't go, and I don't go for 2016, what number 5. Now, Mahama done number 3, about 2016, in a year. Baby, I would know, and can't be our bayan, and I want some about church. And the monk of one more problem, as only they want to buy an ammo. It's me, and a penam work has been TV, has been radio, make a change this year, you answer. Yet, the same one in Yan. Now, Mecca, maybe everyone Canada was Sandy or Sandy would use as on a Gabicana Yampa. 2008, we could agent to Muntado. And I'm one of Muslim here, and I Omodiaco Crebiba. Omodnet Nakam Mukuno on the bus station. We see Yan was one Chiana, but when I made John the phone the poo. What watching any real? What now? Mutama and is pick up Bibi on Modini coffee. And the Udias all can say. And this need to get under a course to teaching Yan. So, of course, schools won't go to school. That's what teaching Yan and Guardia. A bachelor day. I'm an out for banana. This is a Bonibia and Emma. Okay. So, would you have been a student of psychology and political science? You only say, Obita one or no advantage. I say, what would the baby a quarrel? It has out that one as our dance here on which my can easy. But I say, but to Obama on the different because if you're now the one now, you be sound who crown wine or go to baby cry the ascent. And the end is it. Now we have to invest deeply in our communication from branch, constituency, region, national. Need to be church and go for 1 year. Say, Yanni assemble nichi yano. And the Obia and this the Biaquachi and I auto. So, when you is an no one can go, Yanto Kama organizers, Yanto Gama chairman, Yanto Gama, Namuja communication to manage good year. So now the difficult task for the NDC right now is to communicate our position clearly to our grassroots members. Now, I get Nini Manaman to the catch on say, Udioqua, Chiana, and I would tell you, Yama Mija, the Cremans, and Nature Mans was in. Ebia picture of the man Muhammad and Mukra, but Chiana the Dawa. See any black and white, the granny to begin Adra. Okay. And they say, Yahama, now you educate our people more on the Chinyan because we should know that. We'll be able to say, Papa, we should be able to be other Papa. Ninjas with my name. I teach me among of room. Okay. And I think, well, Mamma say, in numerology. Obizoya astronomy and the examine Mizani and the Mimidian and the Mimpelo to come. To Mimento Rafubia, maybe a traditional, maybe the realia is on 7 December. Teach your people where you are positioned, teach them your symbols, let them go and vote for you. Okay. And the humanity ended the word Jumaya as a area when you have so when we say about communications with the NDC, we are more powerful than the MPP. And from national to region to constituency, when we say MPP, the communication I get Gomonia. Maybe I guess I'm on communicating that anywhere will be anyone. And the other man, the Gabia, and can say MPP for Baton. We are Motomi because we are marking according to different. And Jajingo, and this year, more especially our parliamentary candidates. 89 done. Maybe I have a quite a lot to know 8 because Ebiana, I can go for Arm Philip. And to all parliamentary candidates, no one of our communicating that are more with the road. I saw them, I was a market. Now the program at them after the now, because Mama 8 in the Kanya, 8 in the baby, all piece. I parliamentary candidate. Mama that 81, who will be ever Duncrown. Now with the 5, and I say be out the 4. At the end, and a rotate based on all the number of people who are contesting for the parliamentary seats in your constituency. And you will be a young and this is what you might the political party behind it. I didn't go to a man. Like I said, Nina income for me, 7 years, say no. And your mamma to a dear Chita for us, Omunya number no more, Omo Chinyana. All right, well, when you have a quiet, and is what's Mamma no name more than Chadema or ha. Gajan is on best camera, no Yanshan and Jandy, on best camera. I can't in my mechanic, you know, into me go around, isn't it? What's okay, we take it, brother. Aha. Gabriel, pull it up as okay, we show. Zinia, me too.
Gabriel, oh, you are man, DC, but me somebody to say, Ram baby, auntie, oh, dear. Now, we'll train our moon, the Miaduma, a bricade in the year. We are grandma Jim Pamuda, send me woman. So they say, so why? So has she shared the go coma or enjoy his face and chassis. and then you might go and come in. Also, hotel. And see, Mr. Mamma, dear, how now watch ya, who died crow from Mamma, why who died before.
I would die for much more. Only money, if I was a jingle, you never pronounce them like jingle, or who attack in one city crowd, or corporate in 2 city crowd, no, mammy, I didn't go never pronounce them.
Some media, Gebra, Mr. Gebra. Only how that this is a twab and you. The Mawa,
Gebra said, you didn't want we are going to register. I don't know. This is the same to me $100 at the Chama police station for the Mahama to the state almost said to campaign Mahama. I am sorry, resources. Gebra, yes, the cat I man of that. All right. Oh, my wants to be master for Swaba, so it's been found out. All right, by the way, you know. Gebra, now should be a Mr. Gebra at Tassel, bro. I am young Pavadian. That's it.
All right.
Gebra, I see you do Gebra. Ekasa de mani se waje no ewo Asante Mantemo be kwai eno Gebra na ede eye na no di 7 na dwintre ebre yen efa Ghana's voting register to audit or not, which way Yemora eye can say one say ebre no ntino William Pacho 5 minutes na bia yen sorry so badaroma.
Yeah, I'm saying,
Macho bread work around
me. I'm saying, you be Koswaka.
I'm saying, not Caro, no crazy, and I was saying,
I'm more interruption. All right, but men last year, come myself about 2 weeks ago, so yes, I come myself. Maybe say, I'm running with Krumhana, the crew, ultima, enforcement, Ramay, I chua, whether you are from Democrat or you are from Republican, and yet Juma highest individual, Yachua, yeah. I dear Ukruma, me manager Yachua, on your tomb for Nana Ukruma. 1 year, Opa MP, a senator, Biana Casame, Befreno. A police chua in your phone crying your call. It is a Ghana police chua and Ufru, Honorable will be asking you now, or no, so you're honorable and Paco or not to know that police in the Yao. Being Kosovo or my eye to
a chamber crime.
Now, then I be beside me say, a shot, say, I'm saying, shall see anybody agree. It is a waterable, a buying a backwalk. I be also an answer and anom, and I share high among them say it to me. I just say,
Galam say no, and Yama may find a man 9, and I never means. And a man 9 I'm a funny year. O mom share a good year so. I am running the money, or move your mamma running into. Meaning say is under Minerals Commission or is under Minister for Lands. Natural Resources. Natures are buying no. Yeah, they made the so walk ever boom. Because when I also say I'm run by the every year Juma. Yeah. And I'm running a day in Juma. Such as it. And the toss so a handful. Any Oma almost womb yenanano. Because time you China for an ambassador or high commission can say China new fee Shangon and Huan Bano. Onim baby a galam say be a war Ghana has it. Such as it. And assassin so Ghana no assassin be a busia dear and I say no I won't so. It's a busia for no the assassin day. Emma galam say for the 2. Such as it. And I did toss me and say, I see Crony at Ma, and when is Kappa, can't tell them. Someone will say, I don't know why the crew for no fun. It is beautiful. Are you beautiful? You remember saying, Are you beautiful? Are you beautiful? That was right. Maybe I and so I friends have a call. So, it's the fellow money and go for last night, I said, your politics in his eye and 77 be more. And before we will call us school. Because I'm not home. Almost a loopholes. And we'll is a gun and go for or be or coppers or politics and be up to social law. 77 or confirm you with my at Made a man, I said, I'm making with your mom call us my dynamics. Oh, I said, loopholes, you were a married man. And Kofu take advantage of those loopholes, which is not good. And Kofu when your power because Galamsey and Kofu and Kofu beat actually part as a Omo Ben one answer more power, almost car. You can't tie them more authority, you can't tie them. Yeah. And they are the people who are cheap. Police crowd or Chenko from Kwana, they can also say you should release them and the police will release them. And that is what is happening. Right. It is the intimate display of Amamra, Anya, Juma, Ukrunu, Ama, Yahim for no so. I think they need to be educated. The youth in those communities will find more less cardiac, but they should also think about their kids or their children's future. Because when forest essay, the water body is essay, now, Master, is serious. Later on, we are in Ska, and then we treating soon and busy, and your good water and your good forest. The Kuma is the name was there. When our forest is all over, yeah. Park is all over, but go to Ghana. You train me in Ashibidi. You can see in the and I'm profias on each other, bro. Your name has own crew, trivia. I don't mind you.
No one was always up in the wood. What dear wood? I zero. Oh, one to name of Adam, over yes, we feel guys or the license, so we went to Australia. Now you're grown.
Let's me about the car board. Oh, my Pia, Bianca, and won't be a fool. See? Oh, yeah. Papa, as our apartment in a way. But the car, or parking a car, board, see? Oh, no, as I may be as if you are no our the seems now be estimate. Say, Trivian, here, Copian for Florida, the sea where you are cowable. Yet, Manitia, send you to
and Randy and Juma, so there's it. By a crew, you chat, I am for no. None is some, it's and the ones I say, with your phone as I say, it's serious, Charlie. It's serious. Any people who say, yes, one thing, I know. If you must want you, yeah. Oh, fine. It means of also Juma dear, but they need to be educated. No more guys who need to say there, or be other than Shisha ban, or need I say, because say, yeah, people vote to tea. Then whatever they are doing, open vote to tea. And your prana, no good, no said, oh, yeah, now will support you. ABS there. Oh, and yet, it's just, and no which was alcohol said, oh, we are going to go home, baby. Echo Castle, your barber, one year you mean I be jam, one moon to your mark or so together and say. And now the same people also criticize the government, say, Galamsey no Ecoso. Why they have forgotten, say they went to the Galamsey side and encouraged the boys to continue Galamsey. So they say, and these same people came back today and blaming the country or blaming Ghana what I say, yes, will say, yeah, that is it. You see, and the same people are demonstrating against government. Oh, in the Nipano, as for the dorsal, and one or pay or my pay, so me do a man, so more ties and Galamsey for the tea. So when yet because say open vote to tea, or yet this is what has happened in Miami Kumasia, City Kumasunama. A great gas, I get 2 man more a KJT is in power for the boom. Because Obi will be a vote or Tonyama or come to me. So I say, and I say, and then Obi, and then I just say, pedestrians in Fahon, I want to be torn in him, I want to be hanging in him, fine. But, and yet, so I say, and yet, a name be a year put in vote to a yard, and you're crying now. That we are supporting bad. All right, it's not good. It's not helping the state to grow.
Me da say, I be afo. I be afo nya. I be afo nya. Me da say. Mama ko I be afo nya. Say dia me nya no. Ti I be afo nya. Ni me di no di ti o di say di ne ma me di.
What person what say as you mo mu nje.
Well, we ni di o di say di ma me.
Yes, what me mean of I be afo.
No, what is
what does it mean?
That's what I'm saying too.
Okay, because I never get to now. I got to do.
I want to say that for what I did. I bought for.
I be careful.
I be careful.
Yeah, I bought for. I bought for the for from you.
That is my friend. My friend.
Susu come. Susu come. This is the program I do. Which person West
all right, on we are Galamsey fight.
I did go to Galamsey. Me Galamsey topic no, and I'm a boy basso. I don't pay. Nah, I didn't go. Kaka me can say
in fact enye na na mo ko an say blame one. All right. Me dey come set topic right say who should be blamed. Now ajigo nyame no kwani team before ni na should be blamed and blamed. And yet na mo ko an. Yes, na mo authority any president na asa ban no. And you say this are the here but na me no kwani no. Team before ni na so dey e ka ho. Na Ghana dey back kwa me one problem. Dem dey send me William Edibo. Yes, you land in your system no. As your communal land tenure system, individual land tenure system. The individual, no free say, Okoni, assassin idea, and you know, baby, assassin on the, you no pen or way, or day. Patrol them can say. And it is a bass so. Now, penny use to baby or fresh, use to baby and our last commission baby. And now also there, you find a man, also just a cack and few more. Now, near Costo. Nagalam say no, Agasana. Ye kawasam ye kagalam say no ye ka illegal mine no ye ka small scale dey mining ba to ati na kan say obi o wa fa kotikwa kotina service in play as akwaye mu na obulia na o say issue na otu amia say assassin no and the friend say dey galam say na illegal dey mining a won fa share nya adwuma and the dey ka wasam na dey obia ogana obia na nudu obia anya adwuma yi na me dese otufo etutu ahefo bi na am sa de ma no me ka bia mkro be kwa abodom hene etu no sabon mu a chame hene ene jase hene etu omu anam garam se nsem no itane de eya me dese na otufo e otu ha na mo e be ma ehu abo afofo na mo do mo wa de be ahye mo gusu omo ye sa de ma ni na it garam se de metima ka se otufo na for mutie abaso de nhihye ba na me ba wuli kan amanya se ba me wura mu na ma amanya se miti na ma ye ntimi anka niye amanya se de Ghana fo nya power di this election yi afi obi a go daddy congestion but me must be sure the congestion also anya sabi edoyo ne ye be ebeba ana se di pekum di pepura bi bi ye be ebe si maka ko twa fa ni person it means that the can say in fact you should be blamed agena na mo kwa ana nya ba no kwa yesu ye ti o ma no so no yesu de ho kwa ko hye mu bi pam sanka ni me bu accommodation ni ba ya aka we ne de be eba it galam say ni dia digo ya hwe ne na mo kwa ni aba no kwa ye to for so no we also to be part of it ourselves yes say ye blame so bi e ma ye ho de de ni ma gui kaka me kan.
All right, I mean, honorable Pulele, I say, I can't I'm saying, no, I mean, enko, Nana, Nana, quick one on that. I'm saying, quick one. Yeah.
President Nana.
Also, I know that, you know, Ted, you know, more interest of what you know,
yeah, Auntie, may not President Nana, MMDC, families, security, individuals. Yeah, not a problem. Okay. Yeah, problem you won. And I lost no chorus a week. Yeah, Gano, yeah, for so long. And why tell me any of them. Now, I'm still fighting. You can't land on this hour. Almost say, almost blue. No. Yeah. Nana will part to be blamed. I mean, just that it's anti media. I mean, just yeah. You can't illegal mine. Nana settlement now, or because settle baby. Yeah. We are or him. Land didn't belong good to the family. Or him, but occupants of the families in the rest. And say, two kura, and two kura, a family in also control. Only I also need to see us to be. It is a too great to try the assassin here. And the bedroom and money. It's a non coach near Chimney and near family in the island. I'm on the Akana Bay or my India. And you, quiet. I heard of fool. Assassin and why, but it is a family in the house. It is obey the machines, and I will be the simple she will move. Now, or it's illegal or illegal miner. How would me mean? What I see? Yeah. So we have a must to say, Nana, me. And most of they say, first in the name of media, dear, now to far, beer, Yana, won't even call baby, and not to far. And now he be one more so uncle, what you mind, and also do a liver to as I saw to my dear. We have a problem. It is so dear yet. Into go out with the idea, and so once a crew radio on team. With the idea no call, or one or baby see no call. It's your more money, illegal mine, and maybe a woman. And you almost so money down. Our more about no more so more whisker, no magic.
Yeah.
18 I said, no, all my ammo crata, I regulate you. Almost that never went to me you. This almost illegal. Can I send 50 photos be able? Or could you remove Chaco who outside the camera seems to say, yes, assassin. Baby, I was sure assassin. And we say offer security for cameras or mobile, no matter security in car. Poor Roman head and tuberculosis. And young profile, I can say, tell and say, no master Aquasha community that is a one demonstrations and yao. So almost over to illegal mining. 80, I didn't go, idea. I was a gun in a blue wheel. Now you just have you any more, not you politics to change. You are himself to change. Now you can't say, oh, my idea a bit near D. You couldn't to so, wow, a shame kutupa. Now we, that's a wow sack of our pictures. Any a say, yes, I see Susan. I think we may never see you, sir. And to Mr. Sir, there be a because men are trapped by their ways. What I see, yes, some I can. And do baby, and then the ABA, because open power. It's young first idea in your politics. So we do you not the year demo in the bank and can year. I feel open. Now, dear, now starting. I think we're there to relate to it too. You best to Galam say for Sosa, ain't now, no, be any. I am here too.
Yeah.
Said you only am here too, as sense as but to be a young go. I'm here, I eat. I'm here to the baby also to know. I'm here. Who said, a branch said, who go to Aria, over communal commissioner, answer a colonial assassin, and Carter home, acres are near me also. Agreement only family nine Oka no mabe, no mas spend special team mabe. On the very no mama. Say Uko to Amiano. First, a rich soil in the Gusu, you are so you. She a baby. We are to Amiano to this day. My uncle do say, what to a real, we are. Sa reclaiming. Ukatasu, area and son was added the Biabian also united. Agakatasu, name you are a baby audio. When you're needing almost sacco. Omu yomu reclaim no waja na ya amana ni nsu atoto da zigo mi se kokobwe enkropa nya mia ye tu se na ye yi ni afiri ho ye fu se gold no nko a na eyewe mema o videos bi san wini meba na me forward am na be hu de san ni the relation ye pa o krofokro etime se Ghana is about time me utu ateshe Maria na mi bia enye school na be boy now. Say, you hear over educating Ghana for any years as he is of. Answer and saying so tall, is 1 to be 6 months past. Answer go to grab a shabian. It's a yes, shabian. And teacher said, so could test can now could be asked no year and a crown power end. And you're doing now, mommy and miniature. Nasa, Ufu said over penny Kenya. No penny now, Echna, who could test Sika. Nasu Condo. Nanya was a bear cracker. Not a okra, no so now. Nasi bo pai na wa ho mo me ma sa abre enransa o yo mamba pa me yo mamba pa eye wo ene me ene yen ene wo se yen nyina nti mesre se ya ma patriotism na ye school curriculum na ye shame ana wo ko school a ye kire se mo man mu nsem ye wa hia se nda dwe ho anopa awia nwumre nyina se wo bo pai aka Ghana se onyankopon na fa Ghana se wo sa eti o man ye si mu nso me nya dwuma o ti ase ne yemfa mo ade hyeman ye jane ne yes, Pi Square, Nick Yopa, and so on, and find SNP, baby, or Blaming science student inquiry. Sandy managing where they are copy wrongly, and then they hire. So, where you put her, where I need you. If you were here, so back also changes, which is because of one from our private power. What is you? But you could, and you are getting so fresh, see it. Wash it in. Wash it and you share it. What time? And my sashay jacket, as you be any. What would like? I can. When you see a promise, say, I want to more would like or so crap a baby after. A system, yeah, said it, they say, will be feared, and you'll be feared, and you'll be feared, and say, will be feared. It's Master said, young near me, the reason. So, attention, Maria,
Uju atete Maria na omye dambia na Japan na no sie o ya se o se no e de amabe be ka o se boardroom no so so o tie.
And the amount that I'm saying fact in the question I was saying is because all the setting we saw education system more products money demonstration tia and you say okay your illegal mining and illegal mining now see you're shutting in down now see you're shutting in down say you do investment no oh yeah and see you can't say there and you so for a share come alcohol phone for you moving trust on your guy because a bit me this meant as well which trust on you were teacher for any sound one way teachers and silence and over renewal build by points 100 points point you do about exams you have so much 2 points as 3 points you do 706 per exams so I didn't go to apply for 100 points and yes you see a chance I give you this so multiple control demonstration what you about things say yeah woman na say we do never do say o contract I expect a family it's always how Emma the almost all the other side almost about this statement in here if you gonna say we have so we once the politicians matching now we have to do now the substance now you become massive now you judge it really nice how you money if you see what you have around board now you see what now we national issue.
All right, mama, you here, Ghana, my what I was say. So, guys, I know, my own here, man, can say, own farm, or my own here. Sir, it's right here. Sir, it's here, train, and I say, train, my and say, yes, you go away home, near home, they will to me at 2 years. Now, you'll see a catcher, you must me after a year, ready so. I can't say a full make out a program extremely live, YouTube. I'm on for subscribe. Subscribe your YouTube channel and for my Facebook streaming or a year comment media for Eddie Arrain. When you so extra so when you say a notification button over say Eddie Amain. That's why so okay a Maggie. That's why and then you to a New Jersey. Obiano, a chest of one I didn't know, William, and a child, and then you are ever Columbus, and then who makes my milk than you are. Oh, when you are, and I don't think about a man you are, but me, we are your first to see it. And I got down about it, Yammy. William, Yako, a year. Yes, yes,
it's a travel.
Oh, that we own that and give us oh, Linda and my man in their boardroom at the 49 and was set before they inquire ready. All right, my man called a year and also quickly ethnocentric a year attacks recently. I saw a man on the so a year as Antifoso. Dr. Eka says I'm on the education so and a year travelers and Miss Anna who ain't here. And I quickly also how much
very careful about that. It was a very sensitive. I think we history one. And sir, I inseminate travel Yashishe. So I hear set up Yashisha and the presidency. Now, who will name history? We are going to read. At his Ashanti region, Ashanti Mine and Kagana, Ubia winning beyond no Kagana. A brofuba young D a swing in our Ghana, Ashanti Mine come. Until around the time, their territories was a fight, no more comfort their territories. And Satan no more comfort their territories. It will know a monarch by themselves, into no more independent. And the agreement, and on what no agreement, say, oh, my company, I am prefer who give farmer Ghana man ɛnunti no sɛ wɔahunu ne saa enye yi hwɛ ɛyɛ nsɛm bebree keka ma me educating nkurɔfoɔ kakra bi ɔnsɛ na nsɛn na ɛna na baako ɛdɔm ahene ka sɛ ɔnkɔtɔ ɛdan wɔ baabi na ne nkurɔfoɔ ɛkɔm na ɔnkɔfa private jet I didn't remind you saa dan ne si UK asante ne bi no akɔtɔ dan wɔ UK akyɛ onye ne wo ɛna queen no esan wɔn relationship wɔn ne nso wɔn wɔ something in common wɔn na ke ɛna wɔn de saa dan na ma wɔ ne nana no wo ɛna si hɔ ɛna saa jet no sɛ bi obi invite otumfo a na nipa kwan de ni plane ayɛ de akɔfa na sɛ ɔbɛ UK kodi akɔsi bɛɛ na Cuba fo ɛpɛn Cuba prime minister na sɛ wɔn sɛ ni route free Ghana Ashanti tin ka opɛ sɛ ɔpass through ɛhɔ na ɔyɛ no ka kyɛn sɛ ogwa ama hene de invitation ayɛ de abeto ne tintunti saa ka na private jet ayɛ radio mo bɛ fa ayɛ de eto no so we invite otumfo so ɔbɛ yɛ adin go do know what to do ni de otumfo ntimi go yɛ sɛ ntimi tua na yɛ ho ka because oba ne petrol ka wona abefa entourage ode ba nyina yewa ensan body on bebo ne ho ahwa nyina no wa uwia no asa akoda se won say the best uwia na wasa akwa ede akoda na se eti wo ma because wo nkura untimi invite into ya no aso obi ana ede aba na je me kan say edi go yam na nyamia so na ade a obi yen so fu se fa na odo ho abo no ide wako otimi a project asante so ahwa otumfo se tutu bae smart asante man akonwa no ne se dia mamre nyamane nte apagya me nkrofo oti ase yi because first na MPSA akosidani ade kra na nkrofo oti ase but ene o pagya no ema ade no polish no ema ne yakọ so what do you do unso ye bi no ayede what project nti se di osi project Ashanti region ankrafo nso start a omo so start project na voter region so start na Cape Coast start na bono na not wo say tradition ya ede ya ma se nkofo e basa e be ma tourist attraction na ede aba yikuru enja ntokwasem me so start fi wọ́n yẹ kó didi obi atem e je ne bai eti boni a abawe okotena ho a odi otumfo atem boni a wa ye ne se otumfo fu se e ya aban ade ye conference yesi free company impress ye nya renovation nya ebubugu no we din na ban ti me wo ka ban ye ko ka se ko chro fa ko ha me ko approve nye we o ga di be si na ide si Kenya Japan de ma otumfo ma de ko so ka se o ka se Kenya Japan emre bu be ye de didi o matem Ashanti region MPs ni ministers ni na atem se oko hwe obi oko ele ni pande da fo ama o jira ho aye ko efra mo de mattress ebre o mo ko tuetue sika bi ekoye saa cancer unit fo no o kran fidie ni wetua o kari ama e ho no status o munyi nyina fo mo ni ko because me bi okunya appendix senye hospital de ni rush ko ya ka bibi ye de eye no e no tumfo so ke me kasa yiti ajigo ya so obi an se di otie se obi bodwa o do mo ofro mo mbeba obi ofro do mo mo nko enti ese abo a osono na ne mai de eso ena de odi nsu ne ye yebo e wo se matena se enyumaku a mo wo me ma santima sa asisu nyina ene mo amwo achichi nya mo meboa me na ye ya sabia na referral center ye nyina ye ba ho e ya jinsemu nti ye nyina ye mo anye enti se oye na ye ya ma ban no mo kremu niema na bebi habo na se eniema ni ya ede no kasa aban ma ye ma famu di nti mo so mo hwe ni niema na mra odi ko dina tem se so wiska angwa yi niema ekosi sabi se me kan so ma kire wo ajingwa saade a wo ye ni kura anya na me kan e kwa me fa so a me kan ada so bi dia na wunti na Mr. Sebe no kan se ma me si me didi watewa ajingo me de ati he mo mi hwe ni yi na dia na start no fin last week mi kan ba se atie si mama se ba bia ekro si ahwe ya eye bola suja ene ete ho e be explode a so anu a enye because that time na edi dem e woni pam amna di nya e woni pam eti na da bia mi tu akita afo efo se ye nipa ansana ebusua ba ye wo ye nipa fra mi gina ho ena ebusua ye din eye wo ajingo me na na Japan mi nua Williams ena obi afi na ebusua na ye be ka bom ena ye adamfo ye ku ye nua ena atra ba bi ni ye nyina de adwen akwa adwenkro tete no ena na ye se we firi ha we ti ha ene se de o man ne se akoduro ntina jingo bo ofiri voter region but ne ma wa wo obi adi 100 years voter region okro nim ho be be ko settle wide waka ho enu ntime srese and nam kola aba any youth na yesisu sa trend na yepe say it social media can negative idea any trend ye be aro di attempt take advantage obi a and obi be hwe ne e akoto ne aye monetization ne e nya sika ana mi pedin enti mami nkodi di ajingo wodi atem na enkrofo attention ye de emra me so na enkrofo start hwe me kira kwa me ne na di aduru be be se wofu se ade a yese di otwasa enim se na chiachia ye wo kwan fa so kan meti we ebe din be won pa se mebie ma no ma ne atra sebi eyo si ade ni niema bebe ho a me ne nya adwe be sebi wo correct obi no ana wo kire wadwe obi ni kwaso obi wa no se wo ye de wo di na te wo kire se ade we de yese ne kan yese ne ye hunu se sebi ono na edwo aya ade enya ne yire wo ne ma wo na busuafo eti ade na wo ye ne ne ekine sunsun sanso da na ade bia ye bia ntine wo abakosem ye wo abakosem ene wo kase bia kase wunti ade ngo wunti no se ebe ka wunti a wunti na ede nyema mienu na eba obi na ye tu obi anu so okope bibia ohwe ma no obi sa na ajiman yi di ni ajiman yi di fi fa ni ajiman me wo fa na me papa bi wo fi aso maso what is your body? Adia will be paid. Ajimanti. Ajibunti. Sir, Mayama. Adia William. Papa, Adia William be paid. Ajimanti. Ajimanti. What is you, Mayama? Adia will be paid. Ajimanti, woman. A quaint you are the man fast one. So, et wintino, see a countia, Maudian positive. All right. And Maudian negative. And penny for say, see a board in Shabra, do any board in Sutura to go. Na mesre se baby won civil society for atenase achedo sa Christian council atenase achedo opinion leaders atenase achedo eno nanom sa chieftaincy for atenase achedo because jingo di entina me kasa ade we starting kitikiti it is a start as answer wa bro tipen sabi o se na bia no fo ame ma no fo entimi tweme kwa ahin na bi wa kwa makonya kwa beje fi mense ye bo me kale me ntimi chimi di bia na ye se efre me chimi di bia but omo mo ne na mo nchen ya na omu nya edi and edi nso se wo yo hini na oduru ba bi o wo beba form any sa individuals no abeye anobaba ya na se wo mo abenya o do ba bia you were too big for that na de emi huni some tia akura so ntimi whether we like it or not and maybe it's a secret na Ghana for hwe ni some tia akura so amiami ni manim ya de dia kwaso ne hamia ajingo ye ko hye emranti achi maba wachi no master tia ko amai ebi ene yi ni tim on say Ashanti you fire press conference ajingo say o ma ahwe ankasa ase me di flex de beba ebe west asema me kan ni na bia be me ya ni say innocent souls o na mo baby ajingo obi o tiri baby na yakopre ne deny de abetu ene ade ya me ya panse otiwa obi bie na no social media radio station TV station no obi na no atra sebi ebunofo nyina ade no boni be no ye obi bie na no atra asantifo nyina sani amanu ekoso mu me nyai na emwae ubedi 1 cedi achi 2 cedi achi a ofuzi ade be ma wonti na se oman ne dani butu no oman no edane se afi ba bia duro obi anso ane niama ye nwe ho be kire na tribal war se start a dangerous political war se start a dangerous political war na people don't know enu time on timi so anu na ajinse mu se no escalate a ba bia tribe no bia find himself bia na ntokwanesi wo enti spread boom na jingo wa unu ntokwada no enye kan se abedi abo benye opportunity any US marine foot to kwan eko Afghanistan makasa asemweda Osama days na me border to Iran baby for the around the bastion how you call it desert ajingu se ohunu dia akon eye nkrofo any nkrofo manso any de edi eye ne ajingu obi na ne maame ne papa ne busuafo nyina wu na aka nkora no ne nam desert ne so eto wona nam so anya aduane anu adi onyensu anu oni bi odawantu abedu baby na obi o ha owu why dey great chese oni finti bia kai na me akogina na yakọ rescue na hu matan a wonyem ne ba hyɛ n'akyi ɛnyɛ ɔdodoɔ sɛ ɛbɛn a obetumi afa so wɔde kwan sɛ ɔbɛba gɛdu a mo wɔde kwan mɛsrɛ sɛ adeɛ yɛ dua ɛte sɛ aduro yɛ gu sunsun yɛ pɛgya ba ɛsiane sɛ yɛ very sensitive nti mempɛ sɛ bɛwura mu di na mmom wɔne na mede ma sɛ me na mɛnya agye no mu ɛnam sɛ me wɔ fa no ɛnam sɛ me wɔ fa wɔadie wɔ super ɔdamu sononko me wɔ fa wɔɔkya wɔbɔ biara ne bi wɔ wiase me wɔ fa ne da a wasi sɛ ɔwura no ayɛ kora a wɔbɛtɔ wo nso so wowɔ wo nua baa bi a wo nso pagya na korɔkorɔ no saa agye nkɔ mede ntwa toɔ ɔmo sɛ sɛ yɛ project ama obiara si Ghana kuruma na ɔkɔpɛ yɛ traditional cloth no bi yɛfra yɛtena ase mu sɛ adwuma a wɔyɛ no nti promoter bɛma ɔno so ayɛ dɛ ɛyɛ sika ɛno nti saa yɛteɛ deɛ a yɛstate nkɔfa saa yɛ traditional day afei kente yɛmfra no different yɛpromoto amɛnɛ first no sɛ ne obi yɛ wɛde ɔware a na ɔmo hyɛ wɛde Ghana na yɛfɔre ma bɛsi so ware obi ɔware bi a traditional yɛyɛ saa yɛ ma yɛ project ama obiara yɛ adwuma bɛyɛ nti mɛsrɛ sɛ te sɛ mmɔmmɔwɔ yɛ a wɔyi ɔn sɛ yɛyi wa so ɔmtoto kwekure ɔmoyɛ ne sɛ the reason behind it and also ɔmoyɛ saa kwekure ne ɔmatoto yɛpete bade wɔ mmienu the history behind it ɛne deɛ nti ɔmoyɛ saa mmienu yɛni until sɛ ɔmobɛtena ase na ɔmɔ biam ama yɛnyina hu sɛ yɛte ama yɛnyina hu rich culture a ɔmoyɛ yɛwɔ mo yɛmfa saa yɛnyɛyɛ na yɛm project na ɛma yɛma ɛnyɛ de ɛnkɔ so na yɛnya wɔti ne waka no woyɛ asantini woyɛ awani woyɛ buruni wofiri central region yɛnya 6 feet yɛtwa yɛ ho a ɛmogya ɛne bɛba ɛnipa nyɛ nipa sɛ nipa ho kyerɛ ne yɛ nipa ɛne bɛboa no ɛnti mɛserɛ sɛ moma yɛnyinaa yɛmfa saa deɛ no to yɛkyi na obiara no seize fire na ɛyɛ bi na wontiri asɛ yɛmpɛ kwan a yɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛ adresse no na mefo si ɛne saa ɛbɛboa na politicians entry on no free because can be aware their politicians they are church no more because of our personal interest and no more the money per year moving grammar and power over there for there it is slam me say that me say me pabo chow say you do the idea any person will be yamwa say anybody in who am so na will be it is me say very sensitive yet here mercy see two kwana we share we are Ghana and family be free unso o kan go kasa be unya preocupe eti mama saa de entrance na nto aso na ye do efe do ene mama entity
all right nana Japan meda was ene won waka ehwam eto akoma so nana ese say me entity eye yentem be say prior ho yu ba ko a ene bu kaboma emu Ghana yeti no yeti ebom say enwanom yeti emu say na we free ha da bi ebi kro ha odu bet na kra na hu be na kro free me asante mantemu ena bi free na so bono ena ye wo me ti no oba krom ha ebonfoku ena me don fi say me hu say me runi na so emu bichi asante emu na bi free di nyimo no emfa fa so embre obia ti nyina ai mo de say da bia no ebeka a kire ye mofra na mo eba no ebo mo hu sene nkabom ehu ehia sene nkabom esi etie na mo papa ho ye yenyi efri ye mo we free ha nyina no emfa fa so bia every year wasu kuswa 88.2 live on Sky 102.1 FM WCRM you stream live on Facebook you stream live on YouTube or comment you everything ya for ho e dey amaye na ye ton kraso e dey ama wona odibia wona wo store so wona wo won djuma wona wo restaurants abobo nyina so pese obo eso djuma die mu ama ye dey bro abibia na omodi aso betimi apusu ye hu ano anaso betimi aba Sky your premises you 54 Cleveland Avenue 54 Cleveland Avenue zip code no 43231 na me ka mo say ye miakasa ye me yonko pa mitwetwomo to menua Emmanuel one eye ne yiri Olivia ena omo eto omo eba din dwumadie no koso dwumadie no ebe koso 5386 Harvest Wood Lane ewo Kahana o eye Columbus Ohio eye 5386 Harvest Wood Lane ewo Kahana Ohio zip code no 43230 Emmanuel edu eje one eye no kani Olivia etu sa eya frado fo nyina se emra yebeboa abra omo etu omo eba edin na meka o se opo eye obo ni kire power for 90 minutes so a djumadi no so ekoso de enumre bia no yehia mu ewo asori dem ho djumadi a ekoso no edi eda so no eye encounter with Jesus and I say encounter Jesus also for djumadi sini na so na say sini sire so no eye apostle Fred Kuma Boatin on the yere lady reverend Mrs. Mata Boatin also for so ono so be kasa wo djumadi a say na say ato sa dia friend no eye prophet Perry ato ono ena djumadi also ato sa friend ono so ena ni wonyam ene ni wusra ebeta djumadi echi ene for ni echere power of anointing ministry for eye ya so ye odo ni kire wa brada nyakopon emfa ni sa enka brada ngoda na da so nyina no also ade so also a ukom egbo no bra na besue esi power of anointing ministry with encounter Jesus djumadi a ekoso address no 2591 East Dublin Granville Road Columbus Ohio 43231 Mameko William Hall quickly on the recent ethnocentric attack on Ashantis. They were quoting Asante for one and the Bia Mafo Akyomano, Akyapia, issue also. They were one you know. They were among the when you said, as Mammy Asante.
Maybe I don't know. Oh. The class and to me watching the Namabia, looking for Ashe, our looking for you didn't see soon and also to was a team of education fund, which has helped a lot of more benefiting, a lot of schools also benefited.
And it's not your
across the nation. So I say, you know. Obiso tini ni promo tini nya ni bedroom so that's ni bedroom and ohwe ewiase nyina emra ye mame and I queen queen of England Otumfo was invited ntisano woni bedroom sa dey na wo ye ntwa invitation na ye twa ono no invitation the ambassador on bedroom okay Ghana so ahemfurubri awudimu o Ghana ni bibia Otumfo invite no so that and Otumfo bodwa ase esun we ni perfect mama just everybody want to see the Ashanti culture not just Ashanti kingdom the Ashanti culture is so big and no na me channel be whereby
Ashanti rich
culture, rich culture, yes, Ashanti rich culture. So if you books to play Ghana, you see a craft from, and you notice the Ashanti dominating most of our textbooks in Ghana, as compared to other tribes in the and right now it's Opera Rufi, and him and Opera Rufi. Yeah, and she did that means that Kumasi do Opera Rufi, what they are
Legina or Opera Rufi, yeah, didn't to Kumasi,
yeah, didn't to Kumasi, yeah,
didn't to a year cry in Kumasi,
yeah, that's
what that's it, and who be so Kumasi,
yeah. Although pronounce Kumasi, you come and I listened to this quiz, international quiz, I think debate or something, the Ashanti region came up. And you know what is the Ashanti region, and yet Ghana, because the rich culture, as you said, Ashanti region has gone far. And open swallow to 2 points, or my mind is what Asante minus essence, a deal for function, maybe might be an amateur. I said Asante minus so sing other, tribes and I said, it makes Asante big wherever you go. And the minimum say a Casanutino, Unubiana, you walk more because of the language. You know, it's a walking trip and also, maybe we see. Now, men to us from the man Bobo, it means I didn't have cost me. They all said, it's so crass, the doctor said. Open they be everybody in her or Peace FM. You will say, oh, hospital, and I won't have it. Now, doctor, no, Barbara, nothing I will be said, oh, yeah, Shantina, and that's all, and that's all you waited. Because we didn't do that in the hospital. Yeah. When you go to school, teacher will tell you, I don't know. And you don't have books that say, we will feed her, and that's who we will feed her. And I said something, when you accident, you will pay. Yeah. Now, and for full back and maybe you know, we made them as Antimima, Sabi, I'm going to leave you if you can. But in the and I made my granny, so you. Yeah. So, you know, tribal ethnocentric issue, all the war, those near tribal wars. And then today, Boko, Yendi, she said, those Yendi Kwade, Yamiadum, you see the double king, we say, Abafo. Nina no two food into mine. And then I said, I know say to two. It was one of the neglect such as I might there. Windy, I did intimacy in Ama. It's about calling ancestor or Wanakaka, and will Bokoni this place, refuge in Bamaka. So, it's no chamber, I didn't know what I said in so. You go to Ghana there, yeah, back or you cry, Sabi, and go for be ba. If you say a name of be African countries be such as a name of be even our family system ground. About 10 years ago, I was in Lagos. My name American researchers be no mamba. Always our system of government, our family system. That is our is a matrilineal system of family. Yeah. They came in as a whole program sponsored by US government. The reason being that I say Kuma US net and Kofu be doing your mama papa mona ama or alone in the house. But when we Ghana system now, what the cry Libya Okufi, you care about your mom and your dad always to so ultimate show you I just say that system mom say a boy old age and mom live longer. But when you come here, old age, you know, they are being neglected. So now buying the phone, you home. I mean, I call home. Obi Oba, and Papa Sunday, only 2 hours for our Baba so no. But when you look at our back now, Obi, if you go and grandma, I am not your call and I'm over grass. Yeah. And a body, such as say. It's maybe I'm casting a marker, I won't grow money, being a problem in that because. And Grand Kofi and my own they don't have nephews, they don't have nieces, they don't have any because we don't send them home. Yeah. And mom and go with no money, by Susan, Mama, if you need to grab on nephew. But then you don't see those things. So, and you know, and yet there was a so, Prof and Dr. Kayan. And there was a chukra fee, young woman, because said. Yan she then also Trengadia and quite who said in and Japan kind it will say any political war because tribal war is very serious. Yeah. And a country will be almost experiencing tribal war still. Because some part of Nigeria they have that issue. And for so many years, almost minutes of Cameroon, they have the same issue. Korea and Tokosi Zone Rwanda or something. They were also having was it a Tokosia tribal issue no sign and a Tokonia ding. And there was a Kana to channel. Maybe a tribal issue no soon in a Marseille no sign but come where a very, very dangerous, very serious when it comes to tribal wars. Into no maybe the mechanism or see just now you support the good works of Asante. Okay. Yeah, na two for. You need 2 for back up. You Uji Trade up on Yakopo Fiwa as I was there, 2 for back up and running that Santi. Yes, because we want to see allegiance to. I mean, no good money fee. Me for Santi man fee. Me a concern, such as and you know. Yentiment na homa obianka sentia enkonya se be ya me so me meka sentia odie na ye fe me dru ba bia gu se in Ghana for one. You be a man fair. Nancy, I call park you so all the Columbus tribes in now. We have a perform very nice. Effect, oh, Mobidia. Now, also, we go 2-4. It is all in kind. Or call me castle call voter region, and then one of the paramount chief of voter regions who could share or be or bank or income. Is it was up Kipkus? Is it Kipkus? This is a historic because it's so 2-4 chapter. Yeah, we are. This is the first time I also 2-4 a chapter a year or something like that. It's the effect. It's the end and Sunday, if you win, you know, you just told me and the contour. For what purpose? Such as it is so far as a papa press development, Beba, Ashanti Memuno. Any say what the politician being a very development in here. Mama support to any effect, like Okofanochi, idea, the Biawa or consent conformable one who's in effect. Sunday, I'm fucking who follow the same. Oh, but the way say attack, and for development, such as any ethnocentric needs, no phobia, nay, Sunday money in either ever. Bangana so dear. A society. And now just quite different. Adibiana, Yeshia, Yeka. Me, Ghana, a cramming course so much as a beer, new dear. Only Ashanti region about all the other regions. Yeah. I'm not going to is in Ashanti region. Yeah. And Fantinu town. You see, yeah, the Bruno, to order. And you know, and just okay one but uncle region be now go say BS and and you be a wife ya no mudi odua o graph for mo fancha ministers man beken mo be start at one me say mo mudi odua o graph man adentina o mudi ka do to for board billboard si work say no do mo kene no a be chance they be a when my wife be the group say also they be a the contact mo na mo do odua na anything that we are do to for every year I talk for now the most one there as I say I didn't know yes that means I have every day oh and yeah I said yeah oh it's my AF just say when you grab him land but omo do odua omo kai say odua kese na akasa no if sentiment so just say ah we yes had the money if it you know those tribals you have to put stop to it. And I said, these are the time and never be seen. No, you expect all the civil society groups, COS from civil society groups, any other organizations, the Christian Council, they should come out and condemn those things. And you can say now, because social media is serious. Now they see UK, it's all through social media. Social media and man, suddenly escalate here. It is a way better now, no Abeka, no we have a chance social media, no Abeka, no we have a chance social. Who was it not escalating? Nothing at the end of Basa and a bomb, you never pass today, and it's election year. So let's all work towards peace, the land of our Ghana country. The end of a bomb, near pre-development, Emra, ye pattern, since you bear condemn will be and remedy will be at them.
All right.
I don't think it will help.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think it will help. Mr. William, and I will say the kind of William, Eddie Amayena. I can't see me no na Ebrena Asonia sorry Gunya so. Boardroom and I was Guzua Uche Eba Wakwemo Mimi Nebia from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. You stream it live on Facebook, you stream it live on YouTube, WCRM Sky 102.1 FM. Meda ya phone ina ase meda etie phone ina so ase se o je mre ultimate e wona o je mre enso ehwe e wo ye various social media handles no ina na ko Instagram on to super efa enwo muso we just no ene mo biara o je mre jumani alfa just no enko Ameko, my father's uncle, Uncle Fairfield, Ohio, Kel, the just uncle, and Eddie Emma, na masaswa ka will be mu say and then brain no encounter Jesus rodwuma die no baso ebiebo ye she dwani na se na no kwada pedifo ene asofo pedifo apem so akopem ene nyame adoma ochira ana dwuma die no kra na be kata na chi kra na se bibi dwuma die no ekra emo na me ka say so o pese on nyakopon ebo mpuru o pese adeso a eso no o pese osue adeso na a power financial ministry and also the actual na kuma ya ma ne enre no siabre mu na do ya tro no nkro na ya pon jumadi ne di ye mere so also for jumadi sire so na sire na so apostle friend kuma bwati mo ne yere ye prophet Emmanuel Peria Paul on so and ya to sa friend no so be bwa ma jumadi etimi akoso fefefe eso wo mo de so de mo ebe remo mi a me tra se ni jumadi e de bre wo a me mo achia mi a me tra se ni jumadi e de bre wo Meeting and na kwabna ajiman ajingo na betimi afram ye maybe da bia no so jodi abon yakopon e dia modin e mame o de menkwa e chemia e bo me ho modin se be ba betrase na ya dindwene o man yo ya dindwene se fa na nyina ho US of A Columbus Ohio elsewhere in Africa Ghana and some of what you tell you would say said I will see at a go and munching more any the everywhere life of the RCRM 102.1 FM Sky wherever you find yourself you are under the sound of the voice of your favorite host Nana Kwabna Ajman Kwame Ajingo and today thanks so much to our panel members and they were on point they came at the right time thanks to Nana Ejapon thanks to Honorable Pulele and thanks to the General Secretary himself, the fresh man in town. His name is Mr. William Ogusu. And thanks to my production team, Mr. Tom Kruger and Abednego. William Ozo Ojawai.
I'm a chairman of Bishop Andrea, State Protocol Office, Ghana Parliament House, yeah. And then the staff of Munyamba UN General Assembly. Yeah, Francois. O master to cry. I say you are the most happy to go. As a Yanshi and what's the man was a what jam now? Omaba, Nanaya, Hamdi, Mujina, Mamma Kwaba to UN General Assembly. Yeah, I wasn't coming by this time. No, Papa, my home. And I'm a child Robo kid and a birthday boy in town. I will do Robo, Sky for a child, Hey, now before I sorry, you have an assistant come out a year Linda and Mary. Okay. That's not saying I can't also. That's a surprise. Can't also. No, sorry. I don't know program. I don't kind of we take a break. Oh, yeah, 7 years, camera. You have an assistant come out Linda and Mary. Oh, right. Oh, wow. Yeah, Manina Mame, Alpha Ayrton Kruger, so Abiatin Classe, and one year Russo to follow Susie. And yes, that's why after meeting, nice year. All right. Okay, yeah, you might see, and you must see, I must say, thanks so much for making time with me, and thanks so much for being part of the show. This boardroom, it comes your way every Saturday between the hours of 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. God willing, we'll be meeting again next week. Make sure you make time with us. Make sure you stick and always stay with us on WCRM Sky 102.1 FM. This show is streaming live on Facebook, streaming live on YouTube. And we are on the tuning app 24/7. Just hit on the notification button, subscribe to our channel, and God will bless you. I'm out like that. Bye bye for now. See you next week.
Akwakaba Jimo one year, Afokelacha, Akachmo one year, and in young fan. Akwakaba Jimo one year, Afokelacha, Akachmo one year, and in young fan. I'm a Gavin Yamatu, I'm a Gavin Yangotu, I'm a Gavin Yangotumo. I'm a Gavin Yamatu, I'm a Gavin Yangotu, I'm a Gavin Yangotumo. I'm a Gavin Yangotumo, we not a tank, Kachimo, Waka, Sky FM 101.1 Akwakaba Jimo one year, Afokelacha, Akachmo one year, and in young fan. Akwakaba Jimo one year, Afokelacha, Akachmo one year, and in young fan. Them say me no fit jump, them say you no fit jump, them say we no fit jump. Them say me no fit jump, them say you no fit jump, them say we no go fit jump. I'm a girl when young what my boy na chacha, catch my walk, Nagbe wa you know, I see you mama. Adi kete ku you know. Kumere kwedu. Kumere kwedu. Suminde ura dapa. Kinyabudu you know. What you do want to me when I change What you do want to me when I do not me baba. Sky FM 102.1 Mansa Musa, you know, Sundiata, you know.